Midnight music. 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 Midnight music.
No, where's my lighter?
Oh man, thank God for Zoa Energy Drink. Just woke me right back the fuck up.
Yo, it's just the last of my weed. The only thing I got left is gummies, so I might be like eating edible like 20 minutes before the show and to see what happens.
So, funny story. We almost, as I'm pouring cheese, it's like they're fucking cereal.
I got chicken wings over here, so it's okay.
Even though I already had dinner, I'm still kind of hungry. But only for the pre-show. So, funny story. We almost had the American Blonde back on tonight, Claire.
Really?
So, we have us now, because it doesn't matter. Because she's not going to be on the show anyways. So I texted her, and I was like, hey, I know you're supposed to be at Grand Slam tonight. And I was like, we're doing the show right when Grand Slam is about to start. Can you just text me anything big that happens since you're going to be there? And then she texted me back. She's like, oh, no, I backed out. You know, I decided not to go for whatever reason it was. She goes, well, I would have loved to have been a correspondent. And then I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And then I was like, wait a minute. I was like, are you...
Hold the phone, good sir.
I was like, are you available in like 2 hours from now? Because like, we just lost one of our hosts. And Kay's not here again, folks. Kay, we'll explain on the show. And like, you would be a good third person. And they're like, no, oh my God, no, I can't. I'm actually going out on a date. And I was like, oh, all right. So, and then I was like, if you need a rescue, just text me. Like, we'll find a way to make it work.
We can pull a Houdini.
Yeah. So we almost had the American Blonde as our correspondent. I was going to call her the correspondent.
Correspondent, that's pretty cool.
I've been watching a lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Peacock?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Honestly, it's the funniest thing in the fucking world. It's the perfect blend of stupid humor with smart humor. So,
I've seen like a little clips here and there. I'm not a fan of Andy Samberg. Not his fault. I just don't like him for no reason.
Okay.
It's one of those things. Like, you know, like, it's an actor. It's like, I just hate you and I don't know why.
Like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that. Not even fuck that guy. It's just like, I don't think you're funny.
That's my thing with Will Ferrell.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I love Will Ferrell. I think it's hilarious, but like, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I've never watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I've not heard one person say it's bad.
There's a lot more people. Fuck Adam Sandler. Hello to you too, Taquan.
Yo, Adam Sandler.
Wait,
He's
what did Adam
doing
Sandler
stand-up
do?
at UBS, I think.
He is doing it.
Yeah, I think it's this week.
He's got not this week. It's sometime later on, but he has a surprise special guest. Because I know, like, next week is Fluffy. Gabriel Iglesias. Hello, Camino.
Love that guy.
If I knew he was going to be there, like earlier than I did, which I probably should check my email a lot more, I would have been like, yo, I'm gonna go see fucking Fluffy, because I feel like his show's a fucking riot.
I signed up for a pre-sale. It's at like the Radio City Hall or whatever in the city. Mm-hmm. It's February 6th and 7th, the Lord of the Rings, but the live orchestra.
What?
For the 21st anniversary of Fellowship of the Ring.
That's the nerdiest thing you've ever told me, but
I know, dude. I texted the Jazz for my birthday ? I go. Depending on which tickets are, the pre-sale starts tomorrow, so I'm gonna get a text update. I'm excited. I was like, have you ever seen a movie with like the actual live orchestra doing the soundtrack?
So you're telling me you're gonna be able to watch the movie and the orchestra's gonna do a soundtrack at the same time?
Yeah. So like it's on the giant. It's on the movie theater screen, but underneath there's a pit with the live orchestra.
That sounds badass.
Yeah. I did it. We did it in college for 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Wow.
And it was amazing, but I fell asleep halfway through. I was just so tired. I don't know why. I was so mad at myself. I woke up for the ending, though. So it was amazing. But it's really cool because it's like, it's only... actually, it's the whole thing. Unless it's like an actual, like a licensed song. Like, like Hell's Bells or something.
Yeah, there's
But
no
like with Lord of
license
the
song.
Rings, it's all original music. So
Yeah.
they'll get up and they'll play, and it's really really cool.
That sounds that sounds nerdy but fantastic. Saquon says that's only the second nerdiest live orchestra below the Kingdom Hearts live orchestra. Number one, there's a Kingdom Hearts live orchestra.
There is.
Saquon.
I want to do that last year, but I think the tickets were too expensive or they were sold out. If there's two things a night nerd fandom peaks at Lord of the Rings and Kingdom Hearts. Taquan, you just nailed the two things I love the most in this life in terms of like entertainment and fandom.
Wait, not Andor? I mean Star Wars?
Nah, I mean I like Star Wars. I haven't watched Andor yet, but like
It came
I'm
out today,
not-
so you're not missing it. It literally came out today.
I'm not as hardcore history and lore of Star Wars like Nash is. A few of my friends are. Like I appreciate it. I would get into it. Like I haven't read the books or the comics. There's just so much to get into. You know, I tried.
Weren't you watching Clone Wars for a while?
Yeah, like I'll watch Clone Wars. I'll watch Bad Batch. Like, eventually, I'll try and get around to all of those. Like you know,
Also watch
like, when I
Rebels as well.
retire. Exact Rebels. Like
Yeah.
when I retire, I'll watch all of them. Oh, I'm so rich. I can just take a month off and just watch Star Wars.
Fair.
Like, but I don't. There's just a lot. There's more I don't know than what I do know. Like
Gotcha.
I've looked around for YouTube channels and like there's like those history and lore YouTube channels. I did that with Game of Thrones too. I was really into Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But no, not so much Star Wars. It's just so much. It's hard.
Yeah, no. If you get through Clone Wars, the animated television show, you will like learn like everything in the Mandalorian seasons will make so much more sense to you.
Yeah, so I got to the point where
They finally
there was,
get to Mandalore.
there's like 6 episodes on Mandalore. It's like the first arc on Mandalore was like the Obi-Wan goes in and finally fucked someone.
Allegedly.
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 And then I think they go back later, no?
Yeah, they keep going back and forth to Mandalore. Mandalore becomes
What is the planet where Padme goes and like she goes and sees her friend and then she's off-screen assassinated? That wasn't Mandalore, it's something else. I was
somewhere
like, damn.
else.
Yeah, Dooku's just like, because they were gonna call for a peace treaty, and Dooku's like, the bitch, no, you're not. You're assassinated. Just send Ventress after you real quick.
Oh, Asajj Ventress is a bad bitch.
What the latest thing that happened is that Ventress got betrayed. She
of
went
course.
to her home world to get trained up, and she tried to assassinate Dooku. And then
And
they tried
Dooku
to
was like, "No, stop it."
Dooku was like, "Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah.
I'm not Christopher Lee. I'm an animated version of Christopher Lee. I can actually do stuff." And then they just made Darth Maul on steroids, and now he's
Oh,
kind
his
of gone
brother,
rogue.
yeah.
Yeah, his brother. That's where I am, and I just found out Maul's alive. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, this motherfucker.
Yep. Doesn't Solo make more sense now?
I didn't actually see Solo.
Oh, the face of Darth Maul shows up at the end of Solo, and they're like, "Son of a bitch, he's
That's
alive."
pretty funny. That's pretty funny. No, Solo was between. When was Solo?
It's
in
somewhere
terms of like
in there.
of like 1 to 6. It's what, in between 3 and 4? No, it has
No,
to
no,
be
no,
before.
no. It's before 4. So it's between 3 and 4. It's sometime.
Between 3 and 4. It has to be between before 4. But I guess I would say
I don't know
I'd
where
probably
it
say
is
it's-
in the between 3 and 4 prequels.
it's probably like while 3 is going on into before, like after 3.
So, no, because he literally is a member of the Empire, because that's how he learns how to fly.
Oh, okay, so it's after 3.
It's after 3, yeah.
I guess at age 10 years, maybe it was like right after.
Yeah, it's some weird shit like that.
And it's what between 3 and 4, 16 years, 15, 20 years,
There's a lot of shit that's between 3 and 4.
20 years. Dude, there's this. The only thing about
32
Andor
years
for
if you count the movies, eh?
yeah, like the only thing about Andor for me is just like I don't care about a prequel to the prequel that was also a sequel.
Yeah, it's weird. They're really trying to milk the Skywalker saga as much as possible. Like, I get it.
It's like,
but,
dude,
like,
there's
move on.
this there's like 1,000 years with like what the video games were about. That's super cool, right?
Yeah, like the whole.
Like the Jedi Sith War. The giant war that happens.
All of that hot shit. Hold on, what is the Kwanzaa? Go. Speaking of playing music over a movie, you guys ever heard of Dark Side of the Rainbow? I have.
Yes, I tripped and watched it, and it's incredible. It's really freaky how well it matches up.
Yeah. He goes, I shit. Chuck says, I shit on the prequel movies, but the prequel spin-offs are great.
Mando season 3, baby. Looks like it's all plot.
I haven't even seen the trailer yet. I'm behind on my trailer watching, to be honest with you.
The trailer's pretty great. It's just literally, dude, I shit you not. You know, like it's like most of season 1 and 2 is this adventures and then plot scattered throughout.
Mm-hmm.
I think this season's just a plot season.
Well, they finally set it up after they saved Grogu and they retconned season 1.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the show's fantastic. I loved just adventures with Mando and Grogu and then underlying plot. I thought it was great.
I'm waiting
I
for
thought it was-
Ahsoka to get her own fucking show.
It is. It's coming out, I think, next year.
Thank God. 'Cause
Yeah, no, it's definitely in production. It might be production or in post
it
production.
should be in production because Rosario Dawson's gonna kill that role. Like, you've seen the original Ahsoka in the Clone Wars cartoon, right?
Yeah.
And look
yeah,
look at Rosario Dawson's performance. Like, oh wow, this bitch got it down packed.
Yeah, she was really good in Mando.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you're a believable Ahsoka, and you look just like her.
You know what it was? She got the poses down from the cartoon. Like when she got into fighting stance, I was like, "Oh fuck, you!"
Yeah, the fighting stance, because she does have a very unique fighting stance with the 2 lightsabers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You do need to start getting like heavily into Clone Wars because there is an interesting Ahsoka arc. There's a really big Ahsoka arc, actually.
I know she leaves the Jedi Order, like before Order 66.
Correct. Why she leaves is on some crazy shit.
I don't know why she leaves.
There's a huge part of the it's a huge part of the
I think that's
show.
I think it's season 4 that happens. I'm still in like the end of season 3.
It's like between 4 and 5-ish. There's a you understand why Yoda goes to Dagobah. There's a whole story arc about that.
I did hear about that too.
Then like it explains that whole like why the fuck did Yoda decide to go to Dagobah for like no reason, like because remember in the original trilogy he's like I'm gonna go to Dagobah and people are like what, and he's like yeah, there's something there. And they never explain why he chose a swamp ass planet.
I mean, who would look there?
Yeah.
Also, I mean, it looks like somewhere Yoda would live.
You understand why he does it after watching Clone Wars. It's funny. I was talking to my boss today. We're gonna get started in a bit. Talking to my boss today about nerd stuff because I got some nerdy marble artifacts. I'll show you them actually.
Nice.
So
I do love nerd shit.
yeah. So Marvel and fucking Amazon, great deals, of course. So on top of like my big encyclopedia of Marvel characters, Marvel also came out with an atlas. It's called Marvel Universe Map by Map.
Oh my god.
Breaking down all the different worlds in the Marvel Universe. $22.
And it's kind of hard to get more nerdy than that.
But there is. So, Penguin Comics, which I think is like underwritten by Marvel or some shit, they made these look at this hardcover fucking golden pages collections of like the classic comics. So this is Captain America.
What was it, the Book of the Dead? The Book of the Dead, gold pages.
Yeah, gold pages. Look at that.
Cool.
So this is the Captain America comics, all reprinted in color. Black Panther, and probably one of the biggest ones ever, fucking the Amazing Spider-Man series.
Hell yeah. When was Black Panther written in the 60s?
I think so, yeah. So I got this bundle for $70. These books alone go for $50.
Sorry I had a fight and ruined your Black Panther party. The best line of that whole movie.
Speaking of which, I was looking up on what was it? I was looking up Comic-Con appearances, and I was like, yo, this shit's gonna be fucking nuts. Foley's showing up at Comic-Con in a couple of weeks.
That's pretty cool.
Foley, Jack Perry, Britt Baker, no Adam Cole, though.
What's up with him? Is he still hurt?
Who the fuck knows? He's probably on vacation now.
Yeah.
Who else is there going to be there? Oscar Isaac, Brendan Fraser showing up to Comic Con.
Dude, I love the Brendan Fraser career resurgence that isn't happening, but the internet's pretending is. It's like he's not in any major movie,
But he's still showing up to everything.
but like the internet is he's just been memed for no reason. And you know what, dude? I'm about it. We do it with Keanu, we can do it with Fraser.
I'll show you the Comic Con guest list. It's actually pretty fucking dope.
Dude, next thing you know, we're gonna get George of the Jungle 3, and I am fucking here for
Well,
it.
how come we've never decided to ever go to Comic Con?
I don't know. Honestly, I think it's just a shit show.
Yeah, but it's cheap.
There's so many people there, and I don't have a costume or anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't go for. I would go to just watch people and take pictures of other people in costumes. Like it's all.
You don't gotta pay for those either.
Well, no, he was like, "Hey, can I take a picture of you?" And everybody's like, "Yeah, fuck, why not, dude?" It's only like 60, $70 for like a day pass.
Yeah, no, I have a friend who's been to Comic-Con the past few years in New York. He said it's incredible.
My boss goes, my direct boss goes all 4 days, and so she pretty much encourages all of us to take off for Comic Con. So the big people showing up as guest of honor: Brendan Fraser,
Nick Cage.
no, Cassandra Peterson, pretty much the chick who plays Elvira in real life. David Lloyd. You don't remember David Lloyd, do you?
I don't know. If I saw a picture, maybe.
He's the Back to the Future professor.
Yep. Okay. I know exactly who that is. He's still alive.
Yeah, he
Good
is.
for him.
And
Good for him.
Michael J. Fox is also a guest of honor.
Oh God, that's gonna be tough.
Well, apparently his photo ops are big as shit.
The shakes.
Oscar Isaac is gonna be there. Sebastian Stan, I was like, that motherfucker is going to be there too. Sebastian Stan, aka the Winter Soldier, aka Tommy Lee in the Pam and Tommy doc.
Duh.
Who else? You want to know who canceled? Which I was like, oh, I would have fucking killed for it.
The Undertaker.
No, Sting's going to be there, by the way, too, as well, Randall.
Of course he is. Anything for a paycheck, am I right?
Yeah, the fucking twins from Harry Potter, James Phelps and Oliver Phelps, were canceled.
Ah, that's a shame. I bet they were a lot of fun.
Yeah, but also, you know who else canceled? Fucking Freddie Prinze Jr. I would have fucking loved to meet him. Because that motherfucker's done everything in Hollywood.
Like, bro, like you were in WWE for a little bit.
He was
a
a
writer.
writer. He was a legit writer. Apparently, he also has writing credits for Star Wars Rebels.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like, yo, Freddie. How's that Daphne puss? How is it?
Did you hit that, Freddie?
you like hit Velma instead. Broke Shaggy's heart.
Brendan Fraser non-comeback. Brendan wasn't Doom Patrol. That's the only recent memory I have of him.
I saw something that Keanu Reeves is playing a Sith Lord. I don't know if that's true or not. The internet could have been lying
He'd be
to
a
me.
shitty Sith Lord. I'm not gonna lie. Probably.
I think so as well.
Like if he was gonna be a Sith Lord, he'd be Kylo Ren. Like he probably would have played a better Kylo Ren than the guy who played Kylo Ren.
I think people need to remember that Keanu Reeves is not a good actor. He is a good action star. Like, if you want his character to have depth,
you're not going to get
luck.
it. Yeah, you're not going to get it.
You know why John Wick is awesome? Because he doesn't say much.
It's all action.
It's incredible.
The most depth he's ever shown is when he was Shane Falco in The Replacements. You ever seen
maybe Bill and Ted.
You ever seen The Replacements?
I haven't.
Oh, it's a great nothing movie. It's one of those movies you turn on and you just keep it on because it's just on. It's good.
You're like, all right, I'll see where this goes.
It's really funny because Jon Favreau plays like a coked out cop, essentially.
Nice.
And you're like, wait,
Nice.
This is the guy behind Iron Man? Orlando Jones. You remember Orlando Jones was also in it as well when he had a comedic career.
I don't remember Orlando Jones.
All right, did you ever? All right, I'll make it easy for you. You remember Drumline?
Never seen Drumline.
Good, you don't need to. It's black exploitation.
That's in that case, sign me up.
I fucking hate Drumline. Fuck. He was in a bunch of Sprite commercials for a while. He's a comedian. He's in there too as well.
Dude, we're talking about Half Baked at work this afternoon.
Really?
Yeah.
Can we stop casting Gal Gadot and stuff? I mean, no, because I like looking at Gal Gadot. So
I do too, but I still can't say Wonder Woman was a good movie.
the second one's she's better acting in the second one.
I didn't see the second one, but the first one I was like, this movie's awful. This movie's terrible.
It's fine. It does what it needs to do.
It's like this would have been much better if she knew she was Wonder Woman. Or not she knew she was Wonder Woman. This would be much better if she already understood human culture. Because, she's a human. I was like, I don't need Wonder Woman to be ditzy, all right? Gal Gadot, ditzy, totally believable. Wonder Woman,
Come on.
you're trying to sell me a strong female lead and she's fucking ditzy?
I get the concern.
Oh, and Lupin's the bad guy from the first time I saw him on screen. Duh.
What is going on, friends? What is going on, Sir Charles? Welcome to our pre-show madness where we get stupid nerdy about stuff. What's really funny, I was watching, like a year or so ago, I'm not going to say I was coerced, but I was going through the Fast and Furious movies. Again, I will not say I was coerced, but I was going through the Fast and Furious movies.
You were willingly coerced.
Yes, willingly coerced. So, thank you for that. Thank you for that save. I was willingly coerced to go through the Fast and Furious movies, and obviously, I had no clue Gal Gadot shows up in like 4 or 5 or whatever.
Yo, Michelle Rodriguez, she does. I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Michelle Rodriguez though, she's fun to look at.
She is. She shows up. She's actually part of the Fast and Furious crew for a significant amount of time, and then in one of the movies, she's just spoiler alert for Fast and Furious, if anybody really fucking cares, she gets killed off. She essentially as they're trying to escape from a plane or something, she sacrifices herself or some shit like that. So she
Good
dies.
for her.
She dies in slow mo, and I was like, wait, this is around the time she started filming Wonder Woman. I was like, oh, she should have been as she runs, I'm gonna go film Wonder Woman, and make billions and millions of dollars. Fuck this series, bye.
Yeah, pretty much. She's like, my contract's up, by the way. No, it's not. No. You don't understand me.
It's gone.
My contract is up.
You're going to kill me in this movie. And I will never return. You're the best actor we have. No, you guys have Vin Diesel.
Raped a man in the second one. You know what?
She does not rape a man in the second one.
Good for her.
Stop it, Saquon. Stop it.
I would let Wonder Woman rape me.
I bet you would. All right. With that being said, great segue to start the show. Are we queued? Are we queued up?
As long as you yell surprise, we gotta start recording.
All
right. We off? Are we good? 5, 4, 3. We good?
Yeah, we're gonna go.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2. I have to talk my territory. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Midnight music.
Coming up this week on Kings of the Rings podcast, there's a white rabbit on the loose and theories are aplenty. We break down all the clues we know so far in this Marvel-level Easter egg. Plus, Triple H has saved Survivor Series. I don't know how, but he did it. And Logan Paul is about to get the ass beating, match of his life. So get into that mystery machine, folks, because we're doing a really crazy ride-along known as episode number 309 of the Kings of the Rings podcast, The White Rabbit, exclusively on Wrestle Addict Radio, and it starts right now.
Midnight music.
Damn, dude. What a transition. I swear to God you wrote this one this week. Incredible. Hats off to you.
I only wrote about half of that. The mystery machine part was all ad-libbed at that point.
I figured you're talking about Freddie Prinze Jr. and dumbest twat.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Kings of Rings podcast, episode number 309, The White Rabbit. Of course, I am your host, King Ricky Rose, along with Will Tarashuk. No K. Murphy. K. Murphy did the most K. Murphy thing possible and lost their voice at an MCR concert in New Jersey.
It's exactly what I expect from the love of my life.
Literally, let that sink in. K. Murphy lost their voice at an MCR concert in New Jersey. I couldn't write anything more perfect.
Yeah, dude. Other than like the Mystery Machine bit.
Which I didn't even write. Which I did.
I know, incredible.
Didn't even.
Still not over
I should have wrote. Well, it's going to be on recording, so I'll write it down at some point.
Yeah, we can transcribe it.
Yeah, we can figure it out. I'll do something. Somebody will put closed caption on the video or something like that. You know, we are live, obviously, on our Kings of the Rings podcast, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and Wrestle Addict Radio's YouTube page as well. So hello to everybody who is joining us. To Quan, Sir Charles, Fretz, Kavita.
What up, Charles?
Yes,
Oh,
the
man.
world's favorite person is Charles.
I do love Charles. I don't know why. I don't know what it is.
I will tell you this, Charles is highly considering going to day one because it's going back to Atlanta again, and that's where he lives. And he was pissed he missed the first one because day one was a fucking banger last year.
It was a great show. It really was. I can't believe how good of a show that was.
Now he's
With Roman having COVID.
yeah, with Roman having COVID. So now he's hell bent on going to day one this year. So we've got a lot to talk about. I know last week was kind of just essentially a reset week for us, as we were just talking and bullshitting about things that we had already talked about before, but Will was back.
Yeah.
However, that's not the case this week because starting last Friday on SmackDown, and it got leaked before, somebody got the balls to do a press conference in Vegas randomly. By the way, Will, did you notice that they said it was open to the fucking public?
Yeah, that was pretty wild. I wonder. Well, I almost said I was just almost thinking. I wonder who set this up, but no, it's Nick Khan. Duh, like obviously.
Yeah, I didn't change the royal fact this week. By the way, I totally forgot.
The Triple G. That's okay. You used one from last week. I still do love hybrids. The Triple G fight was in Vegas. In Canelo fight this week. So the press is already there. I was just like, damn. Now this is how you work a media scrum. Like, Jesus Christ, TK, take some notes, bruh.
Seriously, like, what a wild, wild time. So this press conference was held, and they kind of.
You gotta rewind a little bit. You gotta rewind a little bit further? Did you watch or hear anything from Roman on Impulsive?
No, I saw that after the press conference. I will.
So yeah, so a few days before. I think last Wednesday or Tuesday or something, Roman Reigns was a guest on Impulsive, as Triple H was a few weeks prior.
Roman Reigns came in like gym shorts and stuff, like like the most unprofessional
gym shorts
ever.
and a t-shirt.
Like he just woke up.
Like they were talking. Like Logan Paul is kissing his ass a little bit, and like, you know, I'm just trying to be one of the boys in the back, bro. Like, this is what you do. It's really hard, bro. It's difficult. Like, I get it. It's hard. It's a lot of work, and like I want to do this and that. You know, that kind of character. And then they didn't know what a what chant was.
Excuse me?
Yeah. So, like, Roman was talking about, like, controlling the crowd on the promos. He's like, you know, when they're whatting you. And Logan Paul goes, what's a what? And his co-host goes, yeah, what's a what? He didn't know what a what chant was. Like, how Logan Paul, you don't know what a what chant is?
Have they not watched wrestling in the past, I don't know, 10 years?
Like, ever? Like, that, but that's, that. Did you notice on Friday he was playing into the what chant?
Yeah. Someone probably told him, dude.
Yeah, because he literally just learned what it is. He wanted to go try it out. So,
what an idiot.
So I was just like, you know what? I have no problem with him getting a title shot, but when I see shit like that, I'm like, all right, this guy's just a fucking idiot. A really talented idiot.
Yeah, and his brother's facing Anderson Silva and he's going to get his ass beat by Anderson Silva.
I don't know, dude. Oh, I really don't know, dude. I'm very interested to see what's gonna happen in that fight. Very interested to see what's gonna happen in that fight. Did you see Le'Veon Bell knock out Adrian Peterson?
I saw Adrian Peterson's son's video.
Oh, it was awesome. It was so awesome.
Fretz, our Canadian correspondent, has said we have breaking news, but until he reveals that, let's continue on with the show. So, we did have the press conference that was kind of also leaked, and like you said, on Impulsive, as soon as Roman left, pretty much, he was like, oh, I could take him. I could take him. Blah, blah, blah. You know, I could probably beat his ass with the title. No,
he was talking shit, which to me, I actually enjoyed that part. I was like, okay, you know, he's in character.
Mm-hmm.
He's hyping himself up. Like, yeah, he's like, listen, I've been doing a Floyd Mayweather. Like, I can handle Roman Reigns. And I think that's the selling point of this feud.
Hence why you do the press conference in Vegas and everything. I get that.
That too.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, they're doing a very good job at making Logan Paul look credible for Roman Reigns.
Yeah. By the way, before we continue with this Logan Paul and Roman Reigns craziness, according to our Canadian correspondent, who is not at AEW Grand Slam, which we will talk about in a little bit from now, we have a new Ring of Honor champion.
Oh, it's Chris
And
Jericho?
it's Chris fucking
Good.
Jericho.
Good. That's good. I love that.
Damn,
I love
Claudio cannot catch a break.
Nah, dude, he's a bad champion. Like,
Me?
not that he's a bad. It's not that he's a bad champion. It's like if Ring of Honor is going to get a TV deal, if Ring of Honor is going to be doing something, you need someone who can do media and like be a good champion for TV and stuff like that. And right now, it's Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
It worked for AEW 3 years ago. It's going to work. Like, hopefully, it works again for ROH. I totally understand the booking.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. So congratulations to Chris Jericho.
Yeah, it's
The
just
wrestler,
business.
the wrestler
It's
that
business.
will never retire at this point.
Dude, he's the modern day Terry Funk. Like,
I think he is going to be. He's going to replace Terry Funk.
yeah, like he's just like, fuck it, I'm going to work every in my 50s, except I'm going to be good.
Yeah. So yeah, congratulations to Chris on that. Obviously, the press conference was a little bit of a formality between Logan Paul and
Is
Roman
that Dana
Reigns.
White? What if Dana White was just in the middle? God, looks like him.
Yeah, that's definitely Trips.
Oh, that's Triple H.
Definitely Trips.
Oh, sorry.
Did you not
From
see?
afar on the Skype, it looked like Dana White.
Yeah, that's definitely Trips. It was interesting. I didn't see all of it because I did stream it live, but I did see the clips that they, obviously spewed everywhere.
It was a good shove.
Great shove. I loved how Logan called him out. I was like, you know what? That's something that would probably get under Roman's skin. It's like, oh, you're big time now. You have your advocate talking for you. How come you can't talk to me? I'm right here. He's gonna sit here like a little bitch. I was like, you know what? It's a good selling point.
Honestly, I think this is so genius because we're finally gonna get what everyone wants to see.
Logan Paul get his ass beat.
Everyone wants to see Logan get his ass beat. Like everyone wants to see him get destroyed, which it's gonna be a competitive match, but it's gonna happen. It's interesting. It's in Saudi Arabia. I'm interested to see how the fans react to him in Saudi Arabia. Do they know who Logan Paul is? They allowed that.
I don't even know. As soon as I was like, they're gonna do it. I was like, that seems kind of weird. And then I really started thinking about how big, and you forget. And I think when you're in the wrestling world mind, you forget from an outsider's perspective how big the Logan Paul and the Paul Brothers franchise is. Like, and how much money they've made. Self-made people. How much money they've made outside.
Yeah, they're incredible entrepreneurs.
Yeah, outside of WWE. Like, putting their fighting stuff aside, they are the elite of social media, social media entrepreneurs and icons, whatever you want to call it. And then you look at the power of WWE and the way that they're able to market across the entire world, and you have the person who has been on a 2-year high, the number one rated person in the PWI 500, Roman Reigns, and I put that all together and I go, they're gonna make a fuck ton of money off of this shit.
Oh yeah, dude, and kids, like, people younger than me, I'm probably just out of this demographic.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of people WWE's trying to target now, and that's who they're getting.
Because they know Logan Paul, and they're going to say, I want to see Logan Paul.
Not only that,
Roman.
but it's also like, War Games with Survivor Series, like Triple H. I think Triple H does have his finger on the pulse with that younger generation, which is really weird to say because he's like 50 as well.
Yeah, but he also has 3 daughters.
He also has 3 daughters. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely discovered who Bad Bunny was through his daughter.
And he was like, somebody research me Bad Bunny. Oh shit, he's the number one artist in the fucking world. Sign him. Vince, it'll work. What? Vince, it'll work. and it worked.
And it worked.
It worked.
But people are really upset that Logan's getting this title shot, to which I say, remember how like 2 weeks ago I told you Saudi is just a glorified house show?
Yeah.
Well, this is a great main event for a house show.
Also, you got to feed him something. He's clearly not going to be on Extreme Rules.
Yeah, like, I mean, you think the belt's gonna? You think Roman's gonna drop the belt? No, it's just. I think this is a great call for Saudi. Now, if this happened in London or the Carter show, yeah, I would be a little upset. I could see the concern, totally, because that's a little different. Or if even if it main evented Extreme Rules, I'd be like, okay, a little weird.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia, I think, is the perfect place to do it. I really do.
What I will say is they have done a better job of weaving storylines out of the Saudi show and into the Saudi show. Like that was it the Hell in a Cell match that Seth did with Edge last year, which was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I think
You also
so.
had the Goldberg's best match, like Goldberg and Lashley killing each other
Yeah,
in Saudi. They
yeah.
have done a better job of weaving storylines and making Crown Jewel something that you kind of have to watch because their matches have been really good. It's just one of those things that a lot of the time earlier on in the contractual obligation to Crown Jewel and Saudi and everything, it was a show that you could miss because like you're like, oh, this means nothing. Like Braun Strowman won the Greatest Royal Rumble, no one cares.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, the shows have progressively gotten better each and every single time.
yeah. So, and this is probably going to be their highest rated one because you have somebody who's globally known as Logan Paul and Roman Reigns.
It's still a dirtbag country, though.
Yeah.
Government, excuse me.
Government.
The people, I'm sure the people and the citizens are lovely. The fans have also been really great at those shows.
The fans have gotten. I mean,
they're into it, and
yeah.
they're a great crowd. They're a great crowd.
Yeah,
Shitty government.
Yeah, they're a great crowd. I love their arena setups. They're like fucking massive.
Dude, like, what do they use these stadiums for? There's like 6 of them.
That's what I'm wondering for too. Like, I don't know, but it's happening. It's happening. I'm gonna be interested to see how much Roman is going to work Logan Paul through this match, because we all,
Oh, completely.
because I mean Roman's not known for being the best worker. Like he can work. John Cena wasn't known for being the best worker either. But Roman could work probably if he needed to. I want to see how much he's going to put Logan Paul's wrestling acumen to the test in this
Dude,
match.
I would disagree. I'd say Roman's a phenomenal worker. He's slow. He takes his
Well,
time.
the best people are slow. Undertaker was a slow worker.
Yeah. No, I mean, like his matches are the best matches on the card. I think from a storytelling perspective.
I think storytelling working can be a little bit nuanced, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's not gonna do a 450. He's not gonna jump over the top rope that much.
No.
He doesn't fucking have to, dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't need your pomp and circumstance to get over. His matches are better than yours because he's slow and he's character driven and it's story based. Like a wrestling match.
Yeah.
A wrestling match isn't supposed to be athletics. It's supposed to be storytelling.
Yeah, I think the best example of that. Remember his Hell in a Cell match with Jay?
Yeah. Outstanding.
It was Oscar worthy.
Yeah, technically it was garbage. But in storytelling, it's more memorable than any match we're going to see on Grand Slam tonight.
Yeah, it told a beautiful story.
Yeah. So I would disagree with that. Roman's a phenomenal worker. I guess it depends how you define work.
Mm-hmm. But I'm interested to see how much he's going to put, Logan Paul through the ringer here. Because this is, honestly, I mean, we can say we want. Logan Paul showed out at WrestleMania, which was very surprising. It was surprising he was able to do it again at SummerSlam. Their two biggest shows that they do. And now they're like, all right, you are literally throwing a celebrity to the wolves in Roman Reigns and seeing if he can swim. This is pretty much his make or break moment. I know he signed the contract, but like if he has a shit performance here against Roman, fuck that contract.
Yeah, no, I think he's gonna do great. I mean, listen, it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But this guy boxed Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think pressure's a big deal.
I don't think pressure's a big deal for him either. His first wrestling match ever was at WrestleMania in front of 80,000 people.
You know how many times the internet tried to cancel this kid?
Yeah.
You know how much pressure that is like, to stick around and just push through it. He's gonna be just fine, and he's super athletic. I mean, the kid's really talented. And I shit you not, dude. I heard this as a joke on the Mat Men, but I really want to see it now because I think it's brilliant. Mm-hmm. I want to see him and Bad Bunny at WrestleMania in LA.
Fuck it. I would love the Battle of the two best celebrity wrestlers. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Call it celebrity deathmatch.
That needs to happen. Yeah, dude. Like, hell yeah, dude. I think it's incredible. I would love to see that match because they're two legitimate stars.
Yeah.
They're two huge names, and they do have the ring work to back it up. Now, who's going to carry that match? That's a really, really good question. Probably Fit Finlay. Who's going to write it out word for word on what to do.
I'm still trying my hardest, to be honest with you, to get to Mania in LA. It's just the prices are so fucking expensive. It is really difficult.
Like, if I can't afford, I definitely cannot afford it.
It is really difficult to get out there because I feel like they are going to put on a spectacle at that stadium. That stadium is primed for a mega event. I mean, these motherfuckers are already going to have a national championship in the Olympics. Like, all the major events are going to SoFi in the next 5 years.
Yeah, dude,
So.
I gotta get I gotta get to LA too. I mean, hey, man, all the people are leaving the state. They gotta do something to try and bring them back. They're like, hey, we have entertainment. Remember? Don't worry about the tents outside the stadium. Those are just for decoration. No, don't move into their property. Stop it. You're under arrest.
Don't drink our water. Don't drink our water. Don't drink our water. Bottled only. We're in a drought.
Don't step on the needles. There might still be fentanyl in there.
Yeah, just don't go through Hollywood. My God, don't go through Hollywood ever at all. So Roman Reigns, Logan Paul setting up for Crown Jewel, which is going to be a couple of weeks after Extreme Rules, which is pretty wild in and of itself.
Halloween weekend?
No, Crown Jewel is November 5th.
November 5th, so the weekend after.
No, Extreme Rules is October 20 something.
No, Crown Jewel is in November, so it's the weekend after Halloween.
Yes, weekend after Halloween. Yes, it's my sister's birthday.
Right, I'll be on.
Yeah.
I'm missing. When's Extreme Rules? The 16th, you said?
It's like the 20th or something like that. It's like a week or so
Well,
before.
No, the 20th. The 20th of October
I'll tell you right
is
now,
like a Wednesday.
I think it's the 22nd, I believe.
22nd. The 22nd is a Saturday. I'm flying out to Vegas that day. So I'll watch it from the hotel
Yeah,
room.
I think it's like the 22nd or something like that. I don't know. Someone check to tell me when Extreme Rules is, because I am totally just throwing at the wall.
Yeah, I
here.
just go to a bar, and be like, yeah, I'll give you my Peacock login if I can watch Extreme Rules. But trust me, the bar's gonna love it. I don't care if it's a country gay bar. I'm gonna put it on.
They might have it on, dude. Vegas is a wild time, so be careful out there.
Oh yeah, I wonder if I can bet.
You might be able to.
Go to a sports book, you're like, yo, what do I got on Extreme Rules? Put $1,000 on it. I know he's not wrestling. Just do it.
I honestly, though, now that I think about it, this is just me going off the, shooting from the hip at the moment. That might have been the reason they switched to Philly instead of Vegas. Maybe for WrestleMania 40.
Gambling?
I think WWE wanted to probably get profits from the gambling, and Vegas was probably like, no. There's probably some hold up to it. And WWE was like, all right, you know what? We're just going to go to fucking Philly.
Well, so how would that
I
work?
don't
So, like,
know.
if you since you bet on football, right? Does Vegas have to pay the NFL for that?
I don't know. The NFL was really against ever going to Vegas because of the gambling thing, but the reason that the NFL is as successful as it is because of gambling, which is the
which is the
funniest
great
thing.
irony.
Yeah, it's the great irony of it all.
Dude, I swear to God, dude, WWE is this close to like being able to bet on like football. Because right now it's just they have a partnership with DraftKings. Like, guys, we could make so much money because technically we can rig it.
Yeah.
But you know what, dude? People like dumbasses like me would still bet on
be like,
it.
you know what? I can do this.
Yeah, I can do this. Yeah, fuck yeah, I can do this.
Yep.
Hell yeah, dude. I would be putting $1,000 per pay-per-view. I'm not even kidding.
Probably make a
WrestleMania
solid
might do
400.
Dude, I'd make money. I probably would make a solid $400 or $500.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Obviously, it's fucking wrestling. You know what? There's thousands of people like me who will probably think like me, and they were probably all wrong.
Yeah, probably. Absolutely. So yeah,
I would do crazy parlays, dude. Heels are winning every single match, $300. I just won $10 million. Thank you.
I bet you that's the holdup. They probably want. It's probably a cash thing with the betting and stuff. They probably want. I'm assuming WWE probably wants a percentage of whatever's bet on WrestleMania that year.
Yeah, dude, like I would imagine casinos have to pay like the NFL, the MLB, the rights to use their property to make money off of.
I'm assuming so.
Right? It's like if you want to be able to, your casino wants to be able to bet on my property, pay up, motherfucker, because the NFL is technically a property.
You can literally charge 1%, like a 1% tax, like the NFL, and they probably make a shit ton of money.
Yeah, they only win. They only
Exactly,
win.
yeah.
Like if they lose, it's like, well, sorry.
That is very true. So there's a lot going to be going on in the fall, which is really funny because WWE and wrestling in general is usually on a downward slope in the fall because of football. But you have Extreme Rules. You go from Extreme Rules in a couple of weeks to Crown Jewel. Then you go from Crown Jewel to it's really like the downer of all the big fours, which is Survivor Series. And it usually is a downer until Monday happens.
Also, quick sidebar.
Yeah.
Fuck you for telling me to bench CD Lamb. If I put him in, I would have won.
Really? Well, I didn't know they were going to play that well.
got 15 points,
I didn't
bro.
know.
I would have won. I would have won.
I didn't know their backup was going to show up.
You know what I put in? Another guy from Detroit, and he got fucking
They
0.
played good that game.
I know. He got 0 points. I was so mad.
Listen,
They got like 40 points. I had their tight ends and their other wide receiver. I got 12 points total.
That's surprising.
Yeah, very surprising. Very angry. I also should have played Jared Goff. I benched him for Joe.
Well, that's
Burrow,
your
so
fault.
that just makes sense. If I played Jared Goff, I would have won too.
Fair enough. All right, and like I said, we had Crown Jewel, we have Extreme Rules Event.
Yeah, War Games,
We
baby.
have Survivor Series, which, like I said, is usually a downer because it's the same shit all the time, and there's no creativity. But that was when Vince McMahon was in charge. Triple H, on the other hand, said, I don't care about how William Regal's Survivor Series is turning into War Games. It is confirmed that Survivor Series this year in Will's home city of Boston, Massachusetts, will have 2 War Games matches, a men's and a women's War Games match, and to which I impulsively called Will and said, "What are you doing this Saturday after Thanksgiving?"
Having Thanksgiving too with my parents and my girlfriends. Yuck.
Because I was like, we may need to go to the TD Garden, and honestly, I looked at it, and there are some sweet tickets that are really affordable.
I would 1,000% do it if I
know. I do not need your mom getting mad at me for stealing you from her because we need to go to a wrestling event.
She's like, you can only not come home for Thanksgiving when you're married. Like, as soon as you're married, you can stop going home for Thanksgiving. If I was just like, what about wrestling?
Very true. So what's interesting about the Survivor Series War Games thing, one, it's fucking awesome. Will and I have been to a War Games. It's amazing.
Yeah, we saw Io Shirai almost die.
Yeah, we saw
and then we saw Adam Cole
almost
die.
Yeah. With Britt Baker in the crowd. We saw the return of NXT Kevin Owens, which was the what a pop!
God,
what a pop!
He was he might have been happier then and now. He was second happy. That was the happiest moment of his career until he made advantage in WrestleMania with Steve.
Pretty much.
Like that's a close number.
And
2.
now he's back tag teaming with Johnny Gargano like he's on the Indies again, and their tag team known as Panda Express is technically back.
Dude, I can't wait for the swerve. They do that turn. It's just Ciampa, Gargano all over again, except it's Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, that should be the WrestleMania match.
KO versus Gargano?
Yeah, dude, you just have them like tag team into like Survivor Series.
Have them win they should take the titles off the Usos.
Yeah, ooh.
Just saying.
I don't know about that.
Just saying.
I think if they did, I was thinking this afternoon DIY could take them off, but I think you're not.
They're not there yet for DIY. You need a lot. You need to get Ciampa away from Miz, and they're not there yet.
And they're already in the program. But dude, I think KO Gargano, if it really does take off, and that KO turn,
magnifique, magnifique,
dude, and that feud would be outstanding.
Yeah,
and it's fresh. Like, as much as I want to see Ciampa Gargano again, I want to see the same feud, but I want to see a feud, right? I want to see that kind of level of feud with Gargano. Yeah. And I think Kevin Owens would just pull it off better because it's fresh.
They'll steal the show at Mania, wherever they're placed too.
Yeah, it's a fresh coat of
paint. Because they're both storytelling geniuses.
Yeah, and there's the history there. I think that'd be phenomenal. Have winning tag belts like a Survivor Series, whatever. Carry it to Rumble, then like lose it at Rumble, and then just do the turn there.
Exactly. So back to War Games. Here's what's really interesting about this: we're gonna have men's and women's War Games. It's gonna be fantastic. But not only that, Triple H said, I guess on a conference call or whatever he confirmed it to, he said it's not going to be your traditional Raw versus SmackDown War Games. So they're not going to say, hey, we're bringing in War Games, it's going to be Raw versus SmackDown. That's what everybody thinks. He says, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that traditional 5-on-5 or whatever. The War Games matches and the War Games participants are going to be based on whatever the story is. So it's going to be storyline-driven matches.
Wait, so are they not doing the elimination tag matches anymore?
I don't believe so.
They was replacing. Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that's been a tradition. Wow.
That's what. Yeah, he said. So it's not going to be the classic 5-on-5 like it was before. It's War Games replacing those.
That's Wow,
Yeah.
he's just like, yo, fuck this tradition.
Pretty much. I mean, Survivor Series is a glorified house show, anyways, and the only way you're going to make Survivor Series literally a reputable Big Four, because we've been talking about for years, how do you save Survivor Series? And the initial idea was bring in NXT, and that saved it for a year.
Yeah, it was good for a year.
It was good for a year, and then you went back to the same shit as before. But if you add War Games to the mix and make it like essentially the most extreme of the Big Fours, that'll save Survivor Series. You know, and so not only that, but I do believe, Will, if you can confirm or not, we know War Games is coming back, but is it true? Is it true that Fight Pit is also coming as well?
That is coming. The fight pit. I forget. I forget what the fight pit match is. Is that the Lion's Den?
It's all right. So when we saw the Fight Pit, it is similar to the Lion's Den.
It was like Raw Underground.
It was. It should have been a Raw Underground match. So what I remember the Fight Pit being, they did an NXT once, and I remember Kurt Angle's like the special referee. So it's essentially, it's a cage. It's what you would have ever wanted as a cage. So there's no door. There's like essentially like a catwalk on the top where you could walk around the top.
Oh, that's NXT did
NXT did it. And remember, you raved about it.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's a great cage match.
It's a great cage match. And
wasn't Riddle in one?
Riddle wasn't the only one. He won because he won the feud.
Who was he up against again?
I totally forgot, but I remember.
Was it Keith? Wasn't Keith Lee?
No.
Wasn't Priest?
Wasn't.
Dijakovic? No.
Oh, I forgot. Someone knows he was in the.
Karrion Kross, maybe?
It wasn't Cross.
No.
But I remember he was. I forgot who it was, but essentially, the rule was your opponent either submits or they get KO'd.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah.
That is what every cage match should be, period.
It was either you submit or KO, and, Angle was there just to make sure that nothing dirty happened, but it was essentially what it was. It was a great fucking match. I remember having my concerns about how it would look aesthetically, because there was a lot of scaffolding around the original cage.
Wasn't there no audience too?
There was a no audience one too, yeah. But so
maybe they just get rid of the scaffolding.
Yeah, because they were also able to use camera angles to go overhead.
Yeah.
In the fight pit, which was a great visual.
That's probably what they do. They'll probably get rid of the scaffolding and just make it like it's a wider, up top. It's a wider portion of the cage. Mm-hmm. Maybe put some weapons up there or something. And now you know what to do? They'll do regular steel cage. There's gonna be barbed wire on the top.
Potentially, or just have a cage without a fucking door, because they obviously have a cage without a door. Like, they proved that they have that available to them.
Yeah, that it's possible. Like, who would have thought?
Yeah.
The door is just so stupid. It's just
I know
melodrama. It's melodrama. It's like, what's gonna help? He opened the door, and he's like, I gotta walk slow to get out of this fucking.
You know
thing.
what I want to see one day? Because this would be it should have totally been a KO move, but it was ever in a cage match. I want KO to like squash somebody, or like how he squashed Sami Zayn, like the first time they went up against each other in NXT in a cage match, and I just want him to just walk out of a cage, and that's how he wins.
in his walk out.
Because that's a KO heel move.
Yeah, although Braun Strowman throwing him off the top through the announcer's table, and that's how KO won.
That was really funny.
Dude, I was just like, all right, that's incredible. It's honestly, it's a cage match finish I've always wanted to see. Now that I see it, I was like, that wasn't how I was supposed to react, but I'm glad I reacted this way.
Oh, we have new AEW tag champs too. So perhaps who are they as we keep on going? So
the Acclaimed, baby.
Did they really pull the trick on the Acclaimed?
Yeah, dude, the Acclaimed fucking rock, man. I love the Acclaimed. I've been an Acclaimed fan since day one. All you bandwagons can get off my dick.
Oh man, we know Swerve's mad then. So we have Survivor Series, which is now going to be a big thing. Like, I am now heavily considering going to Survivor Series on some crazy road trip shit. It was like 4 hours to Boston, Will?
Scissor me champs.
Will, was it 4 hours to Boston?
Yeah, 4 and change, depending when you leave.
Okay, fair enough. That's doable.
If you leave during the afternoon,
probably not.
It's gonna take 4:45. If you leave around 7 o'clock, well, for you, Yeah, but probably on 7:30,
Yeah.
you'll be fine because you got to take Throng's neck
Droxneck, yeah.
to the 95.
Yeah, if I do go, I will figure it out. I would need to have somebody to ride with. So Survivor Series seems like a giant deal these days, which is absolutely crazy. But let's move over to NXT, which also has some crazy stuff going on as well. Oh, I love that new logo. I still haven't figured out the rest of it, but I love the new logo. So coming up, also in October, well, guess what's coming back? Halloween Havoc, of course.
Of course, love that. Love that.
NXT Halloween Havoc. It's never the same without Shotzi hosting, though. Shotzi hosting that Halloween Havoc was amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yes. However, on NXT last week, Shawn Michaels became the bearer of bad news.
What the fuck? What the fuck happened here? Why?
I don't know why they did this, as I would have loved to have seen him with the belt, but they essentially stripped Solo Sikoa of the North American title.
All right, pause. I had this thought this afternoon when I was watching SmackDown.
Yeah.
Dude, Solo Sikoa looks like what Taz's kid should look like.
He looks like a fat Uso twin.
He is. He looks like Taz though.
Somewhat.
Like, with the black towel.
Oh
like
yeah, the
towel.
towel. Okay.
The towel, the skin complexion, the face. It's not the hair. It's just not the hair.
Okay,
it's Rikishi's hair. But he kind of looks like Taz. He's short. Like next time you look at him, you're gonna see Taz. I promise.
I'm probably gonna curse her out too. And I like watching.
Yeah.
Like,
but why, dude? Why take the belt off him? Like, why not have that belt on both brands?
That's what I thought. I mean, they defended it on SmackDown.
Yeah, like it's just like, dude, I do not want exposure for NXT.
Yeah, it's like so. Remember when we did the Survivor Series build and they defended the NXT title on SmackDown, and it was no, they didn't defend. My fault. But they had the NXT. No, they did have an NXT title.
No, he was Daniel Bryan, Adam Cole, and Daniel Bryan.
And that's what
it was. It was a Daniel Bryan. Please don't leave us.
Yeah, and they put on a fucking classic.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah,
of course.
They put on an absolute classic. Why not just do that? Because I know that helped NXT's ratings. It's a great match.
Dude, it's a damn shame, Adam. He's probably like
fucker. Yeah.
How many years did I?
Fuck. So Halloween, they stripped Solo Sikoa, but the one thing that they do best, Halloween Havoc, is going to feature, lo and behold, what the North American title does best, a multi-man ladder match to determine the new champion. And for some reason, with the North American title, every time they do a multi-man ladder match to crown a new champion, it's absolutely fucking amazing. Because they did it at Stand and Deliver at WrestleMania this past year. They did the first ever North American title match we were there for was a ladder match.
Yeah, that's just kind of what you do.
And that's absolutely bonkers. There's qualifying matches for it. So that's going on with Halloween Havoc. But also, lo and behold, now that NXT and NXT UK have also merged, we figured we saw all the NXT UK people show up. However, there was one more person missing from NXT UK that finally showed up at the end of NXT last night, and that is the pastiest motherfucker ever. Ilya Dragunov has finally showed up in NXT. You may remember Ilya Dragunov from his absolute classics with the man formerly known as Walter from the NXT UK title.
Yeah, you may remember his chest being the same color as that crowd lighting.
So Ilya Dragunov is here. He came back to a huge pop. He is assumingly going to be the next opponent for Braun Breaker. And I swear to God, I really hope he takes the title off of Braun, because I like Braun, but he's so one-dimensional. I need him to lose and get more character, to be completely honest.
Okay, fair enough.
Also, because I also think the NXT UK guys are great. Like, the main event last night was Tyler Bate versus JD McDonough, or Jordan Devlin, as you know him, or some people also know him as Evil Finn Balor, because it's a square head.
I did think it was Finn Balor.
He looks like Evil Finn. He looks like Evil Finn. But they put on a fucking class, and they are great wrestlers. And I'm glad that these guys are finally going to get the spotlight on them now that they're going to be on more of a mainstream program as NXT is. Until, NXT Europe gets off and running. That is, even if they return to NXT Europe, which they probably will for a little bit, to kick it off, and then it'll be doing its own thing. But these guys are too good to not be seen, especially Tyler Bate. And they've had Tyler Bate since he was like fucking 21. So he's about to get that, that rise into getting into his prime, which is a good thing. So Ilya Dragunov is NXT. NXT is about to become must watch again. I will tell you that. Well, that's the feeling I have.
I know.
You just let it happen. Just let it happen.
I know. I know.
Or
I'm not saying nothing.
you'll start watching again when Triple H brings back Takeover because the rumor is Triple H is going to bring back Takeover.
I'll definitely watch the takeover. That's what you're saying. I mean, if there's a takeover, I'm gonna watch it. I don't need to watch. I don't need to watch regular TV. But honestly, dude, that's how you get me back. That's how you get a lot of. That's how you get everybody.
You know
back.
what I would do if I was Triple H too, and this will end our NXT talk for a little bit. Tyler Bate was 19 on his WWE debut. Thank you, Jaquan. Yeah, they've had Tyler Bate for a long time now. But if I was Triple H, I'd be like, we're gonna go back to basics NXT takeover, and we're gonna do it in Brooklyn where it really blew up and started.
I'd go.
Or you go full sale again?
I'd go full sale. Go back.
Are they allowed to go to full sale again, or
go to a small one of those college venues like that, like a Full Sail? Get that atmosphere, dude. You need a dedicated hot crowd. Because I'm telling you, like, if they actually, I think Triple H's plan is, I think it makes total sense. You bring back a takeover because people are going to watch. Of
course.
Right? People are going to be interested.
Of course.
And then if it's good, some of them are going to watch your program. Most people will probably just think, okay, that was good, or whatever. If they have a good impression, then they'll watch the next one. I'm going to be a fan who just watches takeovers. If that happens, it's takeover to takeover because you don't really need to watch the rest.
Yeah.
But one day, a takeover is going to be so good, those TV ratings are just going to go million out of nowhere, and they're never going to look back. I think that's totally possible. You start by that bringing back takeovers.
Yeah, takeover is going to be an absolute wild time whenever it does come back, and I feel like it's going to be a major event.
Yeah, dude, I'm not missing a takeover.
Yeah,
never.
Before we move over to AEW and Grand Slam and all,
I love this picture.
I think that's why I put it here. I put it here just for you.
You need to send me this picture.
I will actually.
Do it right now, dude. That is my desktop background tonight.
I definitely can do it for you at some point. But yeah, what are your?
This is excellent.
I didn't. What are your?
I need to go full screen on YouTube. This is just excellent. What a picture.
What are your feelings? Like, I think.
No. What is she whispering to him? No. What is she whispering to him?
I
like it when we did it. He's like, I know.
Is she saying like,
go the distance?
You're catching tonight.
If you build it, I will come.
Or is
Buddy likes it when Buddy likes to watch.
I was gonna say don't tell Buddy, but that one's better. I was bringing.
Maybe tonight I'll call you Bobby.
Ironically, this was like 2 seconds away it was 2 seconds away from being the show cover actually.
you fucked up, dude. Yeah,
no, the upper one's
now.
So much better.
No, dude, this one it's dynamite, dude. That is the picture. This is the picture. I'm gonna get this framed and put it above my bed. Like, this is a family portrait. I don't even know what this picture is, but it is the fucking greatest thing I have ever seen.
Oh my god.
The memes you could make with that photo.
It looks like an old freaking cologne commercial from the 90s.
It's just gonna say eat fresh underneath.
Polo by Ralph Lauren.
I pooped today. Like, anything under this and it'll work.
Yeah, if I was Dominic, I would have framed this and put it on his bed. Like, whoever's future wife would be like, babe, who's that? Don't worry about it.
That is a pure fucking legend. Let's get matching tattoos.
Oh my
if you're just
God.
on audio, I apologize greatly.
Yeah, it is the black and white for everybody who's on audio. It's the black and white photo of Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley whispering into Dominic's ear, and Dominic trying to look all posh with his guy liner and tattoos and shit. And I wanted to use this as a segue to talk about what are your thoughts on Judgment Day, but apparently Will just loves this because of the photo.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I love Evil Dom. I loved last week when they had his promo and they faded into just a different angle of his face. I was like, dude, what a heel. I love the Eddie Guerrero mullet.
The Eddie mullet's crazy.
He's missing one thing. He's
What?
gotta start screaming, "Excuse me." He's gotta take Vicky's gimmick, man. Mommy.
Honestly, here's the crazy thing. Is Vicky still under contract with AEW? Like, what is Vicky doing?
She
right now?
She is.
She is. Damn it! I was gonna say bring Vicky back for her storyline, but she's still under contract. That would suck.
Weir's whispering.
I mean, that does.
Weir's
suck.
whispering. Can I fuck your sister?
I don't get what is it with Rhea Ripley and Buddy Murphy both being Australian queens? Like, what is with them and fucking up the Mysterio household?
Dude, this is just it's an amazing picture. And I don't know who I like more in it, Dom or Rhea.
I think it's Rhea for you.
Dude, I think it's Dom. I'm not gonna lie. He looks outstanding.
I won't be surprised if you recreate this photo with your girlfriend.
Dude, I might need to put this on a t-shirt. Can we sell this on t-shirts in our store?
Well, no, I don't think so.
Why?
I don't know. It might be intellectual property of the photographer.
Fuck, you might be right.
Although, if it's not watermarked, how can they say?
I say we do it anyway. Because this picture is it's outstanding.
Because like I have to look at the photo a little bit more in depth of it. If I can't find a watermark, there might be a little bit of a leeway.
I say we do it. I'll put it on socks. I'll put it on underwear, bed sheets, a flask, a backpack.
We can put it on like the giant fleece comforter that we sell.
Yes. Oh hell yeah.
Oh no, we can make a canvas print of it.
Yes, I got a 12 by 18 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you make a canvas print of it. It'll be fucking great.
It's Dom. I love Evil Dom, dude. Emo Dom. He was getting such heat on Raw.
It's because they were in fucking Anaheim.
They booed him out of the. What's that mean?
They were Anaheim, Los Angeles. They were close to where he lived or where he's from in San Diego, 619.
Oh.
SoCal area.
Oh, okay.
Although I'm pretty accurate about that with my California geography. Although somebody might correct me on that. Anyway, but yeah, and I tweeted this out, which got a lot of retweets. I was just like, they should have had Dom turn heel in Southern California, like San Diego. So, like, can you imagine if he turned heel on his father in their home state and in their home, like in SoCal?
I found it. Oh my god, this picture's even better on my phone.
So I don't need to send it to you?
No, well, hang on. Let me visit. Yeah, I got it. I'll figure it out. Okay. Amazing. So what are we talking about?
You went on a rant about this. Yeah, what are your thoughts on Dominic joining Judgment Day? And I think you hit the nail on the head here, because it's good. He's doing well with the heat that he's getting. The only thing I need from them, it is an album cover, Taquan. The only thing I need from them essentially is I need them to win a fucking title.
Yes. Yeah, they are better. They are much better.
Yeah.
But
oh man, that is the greatest line. Saquon's got the line for this meme.
Get pegged or cry trying.
Although what I did see that they kind of set the roots for in wrestling is Finn and AJ about to go at it.
Yeah, that's good as well.
Which I was like, thank God AJ's doing something.
I mean, dude, what title could they win? They can't take the tag belts. They can't.
They're not big enough.
They can't take a main belt. They can't take the IC title because on Raw. I'm gonna take it off Bobby Lashley.
They're gonna steal the North American Championship.
Dude, I mean,
not NXT.
I don't know, man. You're right. They do need something.
They need something.
They need something to, they need something to fight for, and they have nothing to fight for other than just.
Yeah, because it's just being bitter.
Yeah.
at this point. Just being absolutely bitter. But let's move on. AEW Grand Slam is going on right now. Obviously, Jericho is the new ROH champion. Swerve and Our Glory lost the tag titles. The Acclaimed are new tag champions. There are a couple other matches tonight. Obviously, the unification of the women's title in a fatal four-way. We have Toni Storm, Sierra Deeb, Athena, Britt Baker, and then also Tupac, as I call him, the All-Atlantic champion, Pac, and the Trios champions, aka Tupac. Pac is going up against Orange Cassidy, but the big match of the night, obviously, is we have our Grand Slam Tournament champions to crown a new champion for the vacated CM Punk championship, and I will never say that name properly on the show again, because he's probably getting fired. Jon Moxley versus Bryan Danielson, which apparently is going to be the legit main event. So who do you have in this one, Will?
I got Bryan Danielson. I mean, Moxley was supposed to be on vacation, and
He probably got called back because Punk was being an ass.
yeah, he got called back, and I think he's going to take a little bit of time off, and I think Danielson deserves the belt. I think I saw the irony. It's like a tweet the other day. It was like, wow, the irony. CM Punk gets mad and leaves the company, and then Daniel Bryan comes and wins the title in 3 straight decades. And I was just like, wow.
Brilliant.
Yeah. I think,
Brilliant.
I mean, this company has heat on it right now, at least from me, and I think from a lot of people.
Yeah.
We
need to put on a good show.
I think they will. I think
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson's the right person to put the belt on and kind of bring the company into something new.
The only thing I wish this was, because if Grand Slam's going to be a thing, and I looked at the setup, because I know you were there last year, I know you said the setup was great, and the crowd was great, but if Grand Slam's going to be a yearly thing, some call it Dynamite Grand Slam, make it an actual premium live event or something like that.
Yeah.
I get it being on TV, and that's cool and all, because look at the various arenas that we have, but make it worth your while.
Well,
You're getting right off the heat of the U.S. Open, which was great and everything. The setup for Arthur Ashe Stadium and the whole complex is a beautiful complex, from what I've heard. Make it a weekend. Make it Grand Slam weekend. Make it a big deal. That's me from a business. Make it a big deal. Make more money off of it than you would just making it a regular.
why didn't
TV
you have
show.
All Out here?
Or something?
Yeah. I mean,
Something.
yeah, but then again, dude, I think they're concerned about their TV ratings because with Warner, Discovery buying out Warner Brothers,
They have to show that they're still doing well.
well, they are doing well. Ratings, they are doing
Ratings
well.
wise, yeah.
They're pretty much the number 3 show on Wednesday nights
Yeah.
on cable, which isn't saying much, but in that realm, it means everything.
Yeah.
So I think they're more concerned about trying to secure a good TV deal.
I see what you mean.
And that is important, but also a big problem, and this is something Andrew Zinger was talking about the other day on Mad Men. A big problem that these wrestling companies have is WWE benefits greatly because it's on Hulu the next day.
Yeah.
The next day it's on Hulu. That's huge because people don't really watch live TV anymore. They mostly watch it the next day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch Mandalorian live. I don't watch Game of Thrones live. I don't watch New Lord of the Rings live. I watch it the next day, the next few days. I don't watch wrestling live. I don't watch anything live.
Mm-hmm.
So I think most people don't watch things live unless it's sports. So that being on a service the next day is so fucking important. WWE needs to be on. I don't know why that's not a thing already. Duh, dude, it needs to be available on Peacock the next day. It's just more people are gonna watch.
It's contractual, I believe. It was the same thing with when
It's
they had their own network. They had to wait you have to wait an X amount of time before those shows can be on there. For some reason, it's a weird thing. But I will tell you this: when I got back into wrestling from my 8 to 10 year hiatus from watching wrestling, the way I started watching it is I watched Hulu. I went to a grad school class on Tuesday mornings, and then Tuesday afternoon during lunch I would Hulu Raw or Hulu SmackDown and see what the fuck was going on. And that's how I got back into it again until I started actually watching live. But it's a great way to segue in. To segue back into wrestling. And I think it's a good thing for everybody. But I wouldn't be surprised because Peacock is actually making a push to get all of their content back.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if WWE leaves Hulu, and now they get the instantaneous watching it the next day back on Peacock, or at least a shortened version of it. I think the issue with the live TV thing or whatever it was, and that's how Hulu got away with it, because when you watch Hulu on for Raw or SmackDown, you're not getting the whole event. You're getting just the bigger talking points.
Yeah, dude, I do love Hulu Raw when it's just an hour and a half. Dude, it trims the fat. It trims all the fat, and it's
and
I think the best, dude. It's the fucking best.
Sort of rule. I think there's some sort of rule you can't show the live the actual whole show.
Yeah, no,
like
TV has the rights, but doesn't Peacock own
Yeah.
USA?
Yes.
So at least have Raw the next day. SmackDown because of Fox, you can't. That's a good.
You can't.
Zary did make that point. I should have mentioned that. Yeah, that's you can't. Yeah, you gotta wait till that TV deal's up, and then it's a bidding war all over again.
Yeah, which is going to happen in about 2 years from now.
Yeah, which they're positioned to probably make $2 billion.
Again.
Because by that, dude, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy to me how the old way. I'm gonna go on a rant about media right now. The old
Go
way
ahead.
of media just can't fucking die. It's almost like the less people watch it, the more money it's worth.
More valuable it becomes.
Because without those ad revenues from TV, they don't exist. Like cable news, cable networks, they're gone without ad revenue from TV. It just doesn't exist. So they gotta just hold on to what they can before but like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, they're gone. They're fucked. Because those cable like no one really I know Ricky used to have cable, but
yes, I do.
most people don't.
It's literally only for Impractical Jokers, to be completely honest.
And Impractical Jokers is on HBO Max.
Yeah, but still, it's good. It's good. It's good nothing stuff to be on, and also the Yes Network doesn't have a streaming service just
Right.
yet. So,
But like it's crazy how something that's gonna be so unpopular and downtrending is gonna be more and more valuable. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. Like like in 2010, TNA was getting like 2-3 million viewers a week, and that was considered bad. You know what Raw and SmackDown would do for 3 million viewers a week today?
yeah, they
And the product
jumped
product is worth like tenfold.
yeah.
Explain that to me.
I can't.
How does that make sense?
I'm not an
It's
economist. I
crazy,
can't.
dude. It's absolutely nuts.
Yeah, it's fucking
Because
wild.
these
dude.
networks
And
got to hang on to the ad revenue. That's all they have. That's all they got. That's all they got. Which is why Big Pharma buys it all.
Yeah, gotta love the drugs. All right, folks. Usually at Future Shock, when we get to the Future Shock segment, it means we are done with everything.
Hey,
that we talked
one
about
more
wrestling.
thing, actually. No, that's not.
Yeah.
Did you watch?
One more
did you watch? No, not a rant. Actually, maybe a little bit. Did you watch Charlotte's Broken Skull?
I did not actually. I'm behind on my Broken Skulls. I'll be completely honest.
Yeah. Watch This Is Awesome too. This Is Awesome's pretty fun.
I do watch This Is Awesome
It's fun.
sometimes.
It's really fun.
Yeah, they're fun. It's a fun little nostalgia little throwback show.
Yeah.
I do enjoy Charlotte's interviews that I've seen her doing because she is such an almighty righteous bitch on TV. To see that character like stripped away and see like regular her is a breath of fresh air.
I honestly,
a lot of the time.
I watched her on Broken Skull, and in a very, very, very weird way, I pitied her.
Wow.
Like in a very, very weird way, I felt bad for her. It's just like your life sounds terrible.
Yeah, her father was Ric Flair.
And what I mean by that, I mean her career speaks for itself. Like she's the most successful female wrestler ever, period, by far. And she will be when it's all said and done. She's super consistent. She has led a phenomenal life, but the pressure she puts on herself and the high standards she holds and how most of her career was just like, I just want people to like me. And it's just like, and the stigma of being Ric Flair's daughter and that whole shadow and all that kind of stuff is just left me thinking. It's like, man, if I had the opportunity to change lives with you right now, I wouldn't do it. I would rather be me than be you with all the success you have.
I mean, think about that. Not only is it the stigma of being Ric Flair's daughter, it's also living with the fact that you are Ric Flair's
Yeah, and
daughter.
I'm not shitting on Charlotte either. This isn't like and this is not a knock on
No.
Charlotte. It's like, I'm a fan of Charlotte. I'm a big fan of Charlotte. I like Charlotte. It's like as a real person, it's not what I expected from
It's
her,
hard.
like a shoot interview with her. At first, she was super nervous and her answers were short. And Stone Cold did a really good job of making her comfortable. By the end, I thought it could have gone an extra 3 hours.
I mean, I can picture Charlotte as somebody who's naturally nervous, and the character of Charlotte Flair is somebody that's completely different from who the person is. Because it's her. I feel like it's cathartic for her to be Charlotte Flair, but I think it's also her way of sometimes fighting back from everything that she's dealt with, like
Yeah.
in her life as Ric Flair's daughter, as living under the shadow of Ric Flair. Do you remember? You remember that crazy segment she did with her father, where she slapped him and she berated him?
Yeah, it was great.
You
Yeah,
know,
that
like,
felt like she really wanted to get that off her
Do you
chest.
remember how intense that
Yeah,
was?
she really wanted to get that off her chest. And,
Yeah.
and she said like her and Rick argue a lot about like creative and her character, but it comes from a place of love, which
Yeah.
I bet. Also, the best part for me of the interview was pretty much when she said, I started my career for Reed, but now I compete for me.
Good.
And people can be like, "Oh, what a bitchy thing to say," and I go, "No, you need that. Like I think Charlotte Ashley, like she needs something for herself, and the rest of
Yeah.
her career, like she's I think she's in the best place now than she's ever been.
Because I think she found peace. It's not
Yeah,
only
she found
was it,
peace.
like,
She's like,
not
I
only
could
was
tell you
it
the
being,
moment where
like-
I stopped giving a fuck. And
Yeah,
just
because
went
not only
with
was
it.
it not only was it being Ric Flair's daughter and living up to all of that hype and fame and expectation and everything that comes with that, she also she was married before.
Twice.
She had
Yeah.
twice. Yeah, there were some domestic violence issues that she had to go through as well. And the diehards know about it. They probably gave her shit online for that as well. And she finally has found a place of peace. And she said she does stuff for herself now, and people can take that as bitchy. But I mean, you're not gonna please everybody. It's like when Sasha Banks was on Broken Skull, and she was like, "I know my worth now." I forget-
Yeah,
I
see
think she
that
referenced, like,
one rubbed me. I was
that
like,
rubbed
yeah,
you the wrong way. I know.
It's like, yeah, I know you do. You don't have any shame showing it. But no,
But I forgot what
it's good to have that
yeah.
confidence, and it
Yeah.
it works for her. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Fuck me. What the fuck do I care? It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. What the fuck do I matter?
Well, also Sasha didn't have like Ric Flair to live off of. She had somebody a little bit more cool, calm, and collected, and a lot higher,
And a really cool
And
husband.
yeah. But also she had Snoop,
And Snoop, yeah.
she had Snoop to weave her through what fame gets you.
And they were cousins,
'Cause-
right?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
cousins is like barely nepotism. It's like only it's
Yeah.
technically
Well,
nepotism.
without Snoop, Sasha doesn't become a wrestler. Snoop brought her to her first wrestling event.
Yeah, like my cousins are more my friends than they are my family, and that's a compliment.
And when Sasha said it, she's like, my conversations with Snoop have even changed.
Yeah.
Because she's on a different level, and once you become famous, and I have no idea because I'm not famous. Well, you're not famous either.
Not yet.
I was locally famous for a while around the house bars, but there's a different way that you kind of have to act, but it doesn't change who you are. People say it changes you, but it doesn't really. But it's just a different way that you have to hold yourself. A la like how Derek Jeter held himself as the captain, how Michael Jordan held himself when he was a professional basketball player. You kind of have to hide some things from people.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have to give generic responses.
I thought
Jeter was a
Michael Jordan
mastermind
did a
of.
great job in the Geo documentary too.
Yeah.
He was just like, he said, "Trust me, I get it. He gets it. You don't get it."
Yeah.
I get it.
But it's one of those things where you are at a different standard. And you're under a much more scrutinized and criticized microscope than everybody else. That if you don't have that confidence about yourself, you'll get eaten up alive. But also the thing I wanted to harp on too is when Charlotte said, we said Charlotte seems miserable in the pressure she puts on herself. It's like, what is the price of fame?
Yeah.
What do you have to do to be famous? Like, the way that you were concerned about Charlotte and her person, that's how I got when I listened to the Miz's 24.
Yeah,
Remember
I
the
felt that. I
Miz's-
felt that too.
When it was
Yeah.
like he put so much pressure on himself to be perfect. Especially from the background that he came from, where he never felt like he was perfect.
He
and had
tried
to
so hard and got
exactly
so far.
so far,
And in the end,
it
didn't even matter.
And I look back to what Jeter had to do to even remain perfect, or even in the eyes seem perfect, or the Jordan documentary that came out where he was like, listen, I was an asshole because I had to win, because if I didn't win, the media is going to rain on me and try to destroy me. It's not going to destroy you. The first thing they're going to say is, well, how come Michael didn't win the game for the Bulls?
Yeah.
And that's that pressure to be perfect, and that's the price of fame and the price of success. You can say what you want about Charlotte or Sasha or Miz. What they did worked.
Yeah, and she's also really competitive, so that helps
Yeah.
too. She's a natural born competitor. Charlotte that is.
Yeah. What they did worked, and you can't knock them for it. Listen, it worked. They're successful for it, and say what you want. Like,
I mean, sometimes
it worked.
you can't choose what you're good at. Sometimes you
Yeah.
can't choose what works, but you have to go with it.
Yeah, you kind of have to. But I'm happy that you said Charlotte seems like she's in a much better place than when she first started out.
Yeah, and she said her turning point was the Ronda match at Survivor Series, the first one.
Well, you mean when she snapped on Ronda?
Yeah,
Really?
that was her turning point.
I'm surprised at
Yeah,
that.
she was also very, very, very frustrated with creative, which surprised me. Like, she was very bummed that she was just placed into the WrestleMania 38 event because that pressure. You know what? She feels she didn't deserve it, even though she knows she does.
She didn't technically. I mean, we argued
That's
about
what I mean.
this when
Like
it happened.
K.
Yeah.
Like, she wanted to earn it in kayfabe she wanted to earn it in kayfabe.
I get that's why we all rejected
Yeah,
it
because
like, in
not
kayfabe, it didn't
earning
make
it in
sense.
kayfabe can make people think she didn't earn it in real life, and that she's like, well,
Mhm.
she's like, no, fuck. Now people are gonna say I didn't deserve it forever. When clearly, yeah, of course she deserved it. Duh, she didn't deserve it for the
Yeah.
storyline. She deserved it for the past 6 years prior.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely get that. It was just hard to weave in the storyline, and what made it worse is that Vince came out. I was like, she's in, and we were like, oh, god damn it.
yeah.
It was one of those things. So,
Oh boy, no.
Anywho, like I said, we were at the Future Shock, and usually that means we're at the end of a show, but we're not at the end of a show because we have a mystery to solve.
Uh-oh.
And it's
Like
the mystery-
Zoink Scoop!
Zoink Scoop! So we have a mystery to solve. So I don't know if you remember. So the week before, last week or so, this showed up on Raw, and everybody
the
was
buddy?
talking about. No, this right here. Technical difficulties, USA Network extend, but for some reason, out of nowhere, Raw had a streaming issue. And it blacked out the entire thing for some odd reason, and no one really put it together. And then last night, during Austin Theory's segment, remember this segment when Austin Theory was getting prepared for his match with KO?
Wait, question. When they put that up, that advisory, did the sound cut out too?
Everything was gone.
Everything was just black, and there's a silent.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, that's ballsy.
So as KO was getting ready for his Austin was getting ready for his match with Kevin Owens. I can't speak today.
Good thing you're podcasting.
If you noticed,
Good thing you're podcasting.
Yeah, right. If you noticed, there was a QR code in the back. You see that QR code?
Yeah, yeah.
So if you scan
I mean,
that
it's not really like hidden.
Yeah, but I wasn't paying. But if you scan the QR code, it brought you to a website actually.
Ooh. Is it?
Yes,
porn?
they pulled a trick that Marvel
Dude, what if
used
it was
in the show
Austin?
Moon
What if it
Knight.
was Austin Theory's sex tape? It's like, oh, see, fuck page 2.
Son of a bitch! But it's a trope they used in Marvel's Moon Knight, where they hid QR codes in the show, and if you scan the QR codes, it brought you to a
No,
Moon
they
Knight comic.
put QR codes in the show. They didn't. That's not hidden at all.
Well, no, in Moon Knight, it was a lot more
Was it? Okay.
cleverly hidden. Yeah, this is blatantly obvious. So when you went to the QR code, it brought up these little things here. The first thing it did was
Here
like
is
this
an Easter
feature-
egg. Click on it.
So it brought up this feature head thing, and there was a little white rabbit with it. And then as the video went on, it brought you to this hangman, which kind of animated out, and it said, "Who killed the world?" And then it says, "You did." And then at the end of it,
Who killed the
you
world, girls? Who killed the
you
world, girls?
at
Who
the
killed the
at the end
world,
of it,
girls?
it
Girls,
started
girls.
blinking this letter. I mean, these numbers 9.23.
That's Friday.
That is Friday. That is Friday on SmackDown. What has also come to light is that during live events and also during Raw, during commercial breaks, they have been pumping out this White Rabbit song.
What's the White Rabbit
They've,
song?
they've been playing. It's an old '70s hippie song called White Rabbit.
Let me find this song.
Okay.
Let me find this song.
They've been pumping it out everywhere. So there are a lot of theories to what is the White Rabbit. It's been happening for a couple of weeks.
Jefferson Airplane.
What's up?
Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, I know this song.
Yeah. So they've been playing it randomly at house shows in between matches. And they've been playing it, and they played it after Raw.
Okay, can you not hear the song?
I cannot hear it whatsoever.
You cannot hear it.
No, I cannot.
Let me see. Let me see if I can figure this out.
You're just bobbing your head at the.
I am just bobbing my head. Okay, now that's speakers. How about?
Yep. Nope. Nothing.
Wait. No. I give up.
Nope. Nope. Nothing.
Well, it's playing on the recording.
Well, all right. Well, hopefully.
Yeah, this song's super famous. They've been playing this at house shows. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. So here's the first theory that came up with the story of the White Rabbit, and I'll bring it up here as well. So with the White Rabbit theory, it says the White Rabbit theories heated up after Raw. If you remember correctly, Bailey pointed out on Raw how Alexa Bliss has recently, quote, lost a step, and immediately after that segment during a commercial break, the White Rabbit song played in the arena. This was happening on Raw this past week. Then, during the main event, if you remember, the main event featured Bliss and Dakota Kai, I believe. The lights flickered on and off.
There's Alexa versus Bailey, yeah.
Alexa Bailey, yeah. Remember at one point they came back for commercial break and the lights flickered on and off? The lights flickered on and off. During this weekend's live events, the two main colors seen while the song was playing was red and purple, two colors that Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss heavily used in recent years. Fans also discovered that the font in the teaser is the same font of Bray Wyatt's old merchandise.
Damn, these guys really went deep. The marks, that is. Like, bro, like obvious Bray Wyatt. Like, stop it.
Well, is it really Bray? Because I know in our own Wrestle Addict Radio Discord, which, hey guys, they did mention that
the bunny
Karrion Kross used to go by the White Rabbit.
Yeah, but he already debuted.
Doesn't matter. There's another theory that comes out. Like, could Bliss and Bray Wyatt be a thing that's coming together? From what I've read, this is a very, very deep secret that not even any of the insiders in WWE know. So it's a very, like, on a need to know basis. Like, no one knows except for the most important people that know what's going on. And hopefully it gets revealed this Friday on SmackDown, 9/23.
It is. Everyone knows it's Bray Wyatt. We just don't know how it's Bray Wyatt. Or which Bray Wyatt.
So I brought, there's another crazy theory, but I want to bring to your attention, Will.
Okay.
That might blow your mind. I said, you know,
Adam Rose.
No,
Adam Rose is back.
That would be really.
No way. Is it No Way Jose?
No. That would also be really fucking funny. But I found.
Is it Yes Way Pedro?
No. What about is it Adam Rose's bunny? He was a White Rabbit. What if the White Rabbit is Bad Bunny? But the other theory is this: it's the Funhouse come to life.
Yeah, I did see that the Karrion Kross, Alexa Bliss, and
What if the Firefly
and
Funhouse, the
Scarlet
characters
or
come
whatever.
alive? Wyatt's the leader. Huskus, the big pig, was Braun Strowman. Dexter Loomis is Mercy the Buzzard. And then Scarlet is Abby the Witch, and Cross is the White Rabbit.
I did see that. That would be fucking awesome. The problem is, like, two of these people are already in storylines.
Well, that's why, because I think it would be Bray taking over all of WWE.
Like,
you can cross
maybe
storylines together.
maybe eventually. I don't think they're debuting on Friday. I would say maybe probably eventually.
Well, on Friday you can have Bray team up with Scarlet.
You could have Bray and Braun. Like right now, like Cross with Drew. That's a big feud.
It's very true.
And Dexter's with Miz, which is a great feud.
But also, Bray being the White Rabbit or whatever he is, or coming back as the Fiend, you can still tie it all in because this is a wild card.
Maybe it's Keanu Reeves.
Can you imagine? Whoa.
From The Matrix, follow the White Rabbit.
Whoa, I'm the White Rabbit.
Down the rabbit hole.
I'm heavily intrigued by this because this is a creative way to book a story that I don't think we've ever seen in pro wrestling.
I saw this and I was like, okay, that'd be really cool. That's a pretty crazy group.
Because also, we still don't have any answers to why Dexter's targeting the Miz. We don't know what the Braun's just taking out maximum male models.
Braun's living his best life.
And also, Wyatt could also insert himself into the whole Roman situation, because if you remember correctly, Roman also took out Bray as well.
Yes, he did.
And there's some
Roman needs Roman doesn't need that opponent because he'll beat him and everyone will be mad.
Yeah, but Braun can insert himself with the Roman thing as well, because Braun did beat Roman and kind of killed Braun's career after that.
He did do that. Dexter wants Bussy from the Miz. I beat up a minion.
So I'm intrigued by this. I mean, all roads lead to the White Rabbit could be Bray Wyatt. There's also Bad Bunny. There's Adam Rose, or it could be the Rose. Maybe the White Rabbit's Biggie, which would be really ridiculous.
That would be really ridiculous. Besides, he's so, I don't know if you remember.
No, yeah, he's still recovering broken neck. It's not Biggie, I think. I really hope creatively that it's all the Funhouse characters come to life.
Yeah, that'd be incredible. That would be wowie. I would just say wowie zowie over and over again. I chanted in my living room
because that is a great way to advance the story.
Dude, this fucking picture, I can't get over it.
Are you still looking at this picture?
I am. So I emailed it to myself, and I'm gonna set it at the top back on before I forget.
Taquan, you're an asshole. He says Biggie in a wheelchair leads to stable like Professor X.
Hell yeah. Background. Oh my god. I gotta send you a picture of this when we're done.
No, I can't wait. I don't even know what you're showing me.
This is probably the greatest thing I've ever done.
Oh my god, I don't know. My only issue.
Okay, well maybe not.
My only issue is if Bray's the Firefly Funhouse come to life and all of his minions and stuff. Could you have a faction with 2 females in it? Because that's also never been done before.
So why not?
Or do Bray and Alexa lead the faction as like the power couple of the group, which would also be very interesting.
Maybe Alexa's not in it, dude.
Maybe Alexa's not in it.
I don't think you need Alexa in it. I think it's a good tease, but that didn't do great. That wasn't great for her career.
Well, kayfabe-wise, Alexa's supposed to be cured from it because she went to therapy.
Yeah, went to therapy. Oh, got him. So that was fucking stupid.
She went to therapy and, her doll and everything, and that's good and stuff, so. I'm going to say
Alexa, what you need is a vibrator.
She got married. Well, yeah, she probably needs a vibrator.
Alexa, shut up. Wrong Alexa. I swear to God that actually happens.
Oh,
It's like, whatever you're doing right now, Alexa, stop it.
That's amazing.
I
All
don't
I
know
know
what
is
you could possibly. I don't know why you're listening for the word vibrator, but stop it right now.
Yeah, Dildo's being sent to your location right now.
I really hope not. I think the default address is my brother, so it's going there.
Oh my god. But yeah, I think it's great. The internet might explode to figure out what happens on this Friday. Or it could be just nothing at all, but I think it is going to be something big. And besides, you're about to get into spooky season. Fall's pretty much here. Why not have Brave return during spooky season? It's perfect.
Yeah, it makes sense, dude. Fall is definitely here. It's been gorgeous out.
Yeah, it's the perfect time for this to happen. Well, besides that, yeah, I think the mystery should be solved, but who knows? Who knows? So that's all we have for this week on the show. Paige is all what? Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I read that? Mr. Frets, are you serious right now? All right.
Wait, you say, oh,
Paige
Paige is all elite? No, she means Hangman Adam Page.
Do you mean Soraya Knight? Is all elite. She's on Dynamite. In the crowd, Frets? Or like is she in the crowd?
Did she get a graphic? I mean, a graphic.
Is she in the ring? Is she like on the ramp?
Is she scissoring Britt Baker, Frets? We need to know this. Is she getting scissored, Daddy?
Let us know, Frets. You are our eyes in the sky, essentially.
Eye in the sky, Frets. Type faster, damn it.
You're in Canada, though. You're not actually in New York.
She signed it. No, she signed it seems in ring.
Is she going to wrestle? Is that neck healed? I'm very surprised at this, especially if she's wrestling.
I'm a little surprised.
I'm a little surprised as well if Paige legitimately is back. Because I really thought that she would want to come back in WWE, but hey, maybe not. Who knows?
Yeah, you don't want to wrestle Ronda Rousey or Charlotte or Bianca Belair,
or
you got to wrestle Britt Baker and Jake Hader.
You know, you don't want to come back to a more credible women's division, or something.
Have fun wrestling Toni Storm.
I mean, I don't blame her for wanting to wrestle Tony. If it gets me a butt to the face, I'm all about it.
You want to main event WrestleMania? All right,
yeah,
fine. You say so.
Yeah. Your one WrestleMania appearance when you beat the Bella Twins was enough for you? Like that's literally her only WrestleMania match.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah. Have fun with Marina Shafir. Good job,
dude.
Saquon.
2 years too early, Paige was.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. She doesn't want to reclaim PCB for herself. Oh man. I mean, I felt more bad when they started focusing on I felt bad for AJ Lee. Because
I was just thinking this. I don't think she would have gotten over today.
AJ?
I think she'd be too small. I don't think there's people who are better than her on the roster now.
Understandable.
Like if AJ was a product of her time.
Yes.
She was great. She was outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
But people nowadays better.
Fair. And I think it's one of those things like without AJ, you don't get the Charlotte, the Sashas, the Beckys.
Oh, for sure. No,
she's a catalyst.
She laid the foundation, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But she was lucky she wrestled when she did.
Understandable. So I guess Soraya Knight is all elite. Yay. Cool. Good for you. I hope you're happy, Paige.
I'm glad he paid for that instead of a merch store.
Hope you're happy, Paige. We'll see if you can help out that floundering division as it is. But anywho, until then, folks, well, would you care to give me that outro and stop eating fried chicken?
That chicken's pretty good.
I can't be bad. It's fried chicken. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 309, V White Rabbit. I am the Black Bunny here, King Ricky Rose. You can find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets, BIGZ, Ambassador Biggs. Find Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR_podcast on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Twitch, on Discord. Like, share, subscribe, leave us 5-star reviews, especially on this video and or on this audio as well, because it really helps get the word out there about all of the great stuff that we do each and every week. And if you're listening to us, make sure you're listening to us on Wrestle Addict Radio and subscribing to Wrestle Addict Radio wherever you get all and listen wherever you listen to all of your podcasts. And follow Wrestle Addict Radio at Addict_Wrestle on Twitter and Wrestle Addict Radio everywhere else on social media. The links to all of our stuff are in the description below. I think we have figured out the mystery of the White Rabbit. We still haven't figured out the mystery of why Will loves the black and white photo of Rhea Ripley.
I think
and
it's the white balance.
It might be the white balance, but who knows? All the answers should be revealed on 9/23 this Friday on SmackDown. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Will, what do you got for me?
I'm looking at it right now. It's my desktop background on a 55-inch TV.
You're ridiculous.
I'm gonna be staring at the Dominic's eyes until dawn, trying to figure out what the fuck Rhea is whispering in his ears. And it might just be. But I'm Will Tarshuk, Deez and Thomas, ARASHUK. A lot of crazy things coming from me. I gotta start producing my How to Start a Podcast series. So, audio, video. I am almost done with pre-production. I just gotta start recording and then start editing. So it's gonna be a 10-part series. So I have a lot of fucking work to do.
Have fun with that.
Deez and Thomas, ARASHUK. Talking with Tarshuk will still be released weekly, hopefully. Either these episodes or unknown, unnamed nonsense live from Cube Recording Studios on Mondays. So, Ricky, if you're available on Mondays, we can get you in probably next week or the week after.
I'm available Mondays. You've been trying to get me in for like 4 months now.
I know. I'll pick a Monday. So it'll be fun. Can't wait.
I cannot wait either. I'm sitting on the edge. I'm on the edge of my seat, thinking about when I can get on the show. Until then, folks, when we come back next week, hopefully Kay will have their voice back. Hopefully we'll figure out who the White Rabbit is. But I wouldn't be surprised if Kay doesn't have their voice back, because for some reason whatsoever, the fact that the White Rabbit returned made Kay lose their voice again. But we won't know until next week, until we get to episode 310. So until then, folks, goodbye, good night. And the one person the White Rabbit is Slack. Just fuck you, Slack.
It's Edge again. New gimmick.
Yeah, my God, no, please. Rather have Slack. No, I wouldn't. Fuck you, Slack. We'll see you next week, folks.
Midnight music.
Also, Taquan, don't give me slack saying that a black man tell someone to stop eating fried chicken. Quiet, Taquan.
Yeah, but
I can tell.
He's got you.
I can tell Will to stop eating fried chicken because we're recording.
He's got you there. It's been in my fridge for a few days. I had to eat it.
Yeah. But no eating on the show. Come on, we know this.
I know, but it was so good, and we were done. We was over.
That's very true. My God, yes, this is getting bad.
What?
Soraya's all elite. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, who cares?
No, we're getting. ESPN is now giving me updates of when Judge is up at bat. Judge is here up at bat.
Oh,
Judge
is he?
Is up at bat.
That's annoying. Watch now.
Oswaldo grand slam. Oswaldo.
Glaber just hit a home run. They're at 7-2 in the 8th.
Nice. Okay, tomorrow's gonna be a.
What the fuck?
What?
It's all staticky again.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a shame. Oh, I have tribute. Do you watch Cobra Kai?
No.
Wait.
Yeah, it started like 40 minutes in. God damn it.
I didn't. Well, whatever. I recorded the show.
I got the backup too. It's just gonna take me a little while.
You're a fucking asshole, man. Fucking man. God damn it. I hate these things.
This was really funny. The Rocket Power, Rocket League, whatever.
What?
Team Rocket meme.
Oh yeah, prepare for trouble.
Make it double.
Double.
Prepare the world for devastation.
So Mance retweeted me because he was playing this game that said if Pornhub offered you $1 billion to post a sex tape with you and your third ad, would you? And apparently I was his third ad on Twitter.
Well, that's good to know.
He said, now don't say no immediately. Fucking gas, man.
Ricky, this is hanging on my wall right now. My TV hangs on my wall, and this is my desktop.
Did you just send
I
it
just
to me?
texted it to you.
Oh my god. Hold on, let me see how Soraya debuted. Was this after Britt Baker unified the titles?
Hang on, let me change my output, sorry.
Wow, she even has her Paige awkward walk again. Oh, she's wearing pink now, but not, well, she's wearing a pink jacket, but not all black.
You got me?
Britt Baker looks like she just ate a vampire. Yeah, I got you.
Alright, cool.
Britt Baker looks like she just ate a vampire.
She just ate a vampire?
Yeah.
She probably eat out a vampire. Transfer mode. Yes.
I don't like the signing.
It's whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, Like,
No reason
huh?
not to like it. Like, good for her, I guess.
I guess. Like, was WWE never going to clear her? You're fucking idiot. It must be the white balance for you. I'm looking at this shit right now.
Dude, it's just, it's so, I don't know what it is. It's just so funny to me. I don't know, because Dom just doesn't look like Dom. Dom just looks like a dude from like, he looks like one of the outsiders who didn't grow up. Greaser Dom.
He does. He looks like Razor. He's like what Razor Ramon's son should look like.
Yeah, he does look a little like Eddie too.
He looks a lot like Eddie. Looks a lot like Eddie. So next week, if Kay is back, it's gonna be great because tomorrow. I'm doing Star Wars trivia.
Ah, that'll be good.
Oh yeah, I also purposely made it fucking hard.
Yeah, I know you did. Duh. I was gonna say I'm gonna struggle with this because I know the questions are gonna be ridiculous. Like, here's the thing, dude. There's no such thing as easy Star Wars trivia because anyone who makes the test makes it hard on purpose.
Well, yeah, because I was telling people, like, you guys do know I have 50 plus years of content that I could steal from.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's also because we're giving away
Why is
prizes.
this next? I don't need this. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you play to win. Play to win.
We're giving away, I think it's, what are the 3 things we're giving away? Hold on. Star Trek would be, I'm fucking not doing Star Trek trivia.
A framed
Oh,
Dom and
God.
Rhea poster.
No, I'll tell you what we're giving away because I found it. We are giving away 3rd place Monday Night Football. Now, who did I send to Vincent? 3rd place is getting a Star Wars character encyclopedia, updated and expanded edition.
Oh my god, Tony Khan, a big fan of WWE backstage. That's really funny.
So 2nd place, are you big on Funko Pops?
No.
Oh, so 2nd place are getting a 3-pack of Anakin, Yoda, and Obi-Wan.
That's pretty cool.
But they're Force Ghost.
That's even cooler.
They're Force Ghost and their Funko Pops glow in the dark.
Wow.
Yeah, they're an Amazon exclusive. We found it.
That's pretty fucking rad.
And then 1st place is getting this 4-pack of they're like wine tumblers, but they have the artwork of like Star Wars characters. Like one's Boba Fett, one's R2-D2, one's a Stormtrooper, and one is clearly Vader. They're all different helmets. So it's pretty dope. Yeah, Helmet Hughes drinking glasses. So I'm very excited, but yeah, I made Star Wars trivia really, really fucking hard. Here we go. Judge is up again. Ooh, what's he gonna do? I got another alert.
Oh, he's gonna strike out.
I will say I did watch his home run from yesterday.
Destroyed.
My lord, like, you know, the pitcher threw it right in his natural swinging, like,
Yeah.
position.
It's like you missed. You missed. Pretty bad. You missed.
The kid who there was a dog pile for about 60th ball. There's a fan video because it landed in the bleachers and no one initially caught it.
That's hilarious.
So it's a mad scrum for it.
Yeah, I did see the dog pile. You see the kid who got it? Just he's like, I don't want any money. I just want to meet him and photo and autograph. I just want to give him the ball.
Yeah, not my ass. I would have held him up for ransom.
Yeah, I was like, respect kid, but you are a fucking idiot.
Although he is lucky because he actually got inside the locker room. So did you see the picture he took it behind? Did you see the picture he took with Aaron Judge?
He got in the locker room.
Well, because I only know why, because the wall behind it is it's pretty much, it has the Yankees logo on it, but it also has autographs of like pretty much all the Yankees that have ever been Yankees.
That's crazy.
And it's not in a public place, like you can't reach it.
That's a good clubhouse secret.
Yeah.
That's no longer a secret.
No, they mentioned it on
Yeah.
I think they mentioned it during Old Timers Day.
I didn't know that. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, like whenever they like bring legends back or whatever, one guy makes sure like they sign that wall.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So the fact that he has a picture in front of that wall is actually a pretty badass thing.
Yeah.
However, I would have been like, oh, this is his 60th. He tied Babe Ruth. I want season tickets. Minimum.
Yeah, they walked Aaron Judge. They walked
course
four
they did.
pitches, four
Of
straight
course
pitches.
they did. Of
Dude, it's
course
11-2. Why? Why pitch around him it's not a 1-0 game. I think they intentionally walked him.
They just don't want to be the ones.
I mean, I get that.
But you're also the Pirates.
Yeah, but it's like you're the one who's supposed to hit it off of. And they took him out.
Yeah. All right. So here's my question.
Take 'em out.
If you caught home run 60, I said my minimum asking price is I want guaranteed season tickets for a year. My asking price, guaranteed season tickets for a year.
I'd sell most of those though.
That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'd probably sell them to make a profit. Guaranteed season tickets for a year. Meet Aaron Judge, autograph, signed jersey, and photo. That's what I'm going for.
You'd rather have season tickets? I don't know. I'd probably give it to him for like $10,000.
I don't think the Yankees would do a cash thing for you. That's a bold move, though.
10,000 cash. Just give it to me.
He'd be like, hey, give me Aaron Judge's game check. Just give me his game check. That's all I want.
Yeah, no, I'm not that crazy. Although I think he's probably just like, yo, please stay in New York. I'm doing this for you. He's like, I'm giving you this ball so you don't go to Boston. All right.
Dude, his asking price is going to go through the roof if he breaks the Yankee home run record.
Dude, he's the Triple Crown right now.
And going to get the Triple Crown.
Dude, you're gonna get Triple Crown, dude. Okay, imagine this.
It's going to have a $500 million contract. He's going to get Patrick Mahomes money.
If he gets Triple Crown, MVP, World Series MVP, you can just give him $1 billion at that point.
Give him an ironclad contract.
be like, dude, do you want the team? We're kind of trying to push Hal out. Like, do you want it? I think that's the answer. That's never gonna happen. But if it did,
yeah.
if it did, I think that's what you give him.
Yeah.
I still don't think it's enough. It's a good start.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, if I were to catch one of his record-breaking balls, especially if it's like the 62 or the 61, I'm asking for at least season tickets and autographs and pictures and a picture.
Dude, if they don't make the World Series, Boone's getting fired.
They're on a
doubt.
great upswing right now. That should surge them into the playoffs.
They are. The Yankees are they're almost back. They did lose 2 out of 3 to the Brewers, though.
That was kind of weird, but the Brewers are also whipping the Mets' ass, too. I was like,
Well, the Mets also got swept by the Cubs, so the Mets aren't playing so hot either.
yet they clinched somehow.
Yet they're gonna get imagine this, dude. The Mets are gonna get 100 wins.
That's so wild.
The Mets, the Dodgers, and the Astros are all gonna have 100 wins.
That's so fucking wild, dude. Absolutely wild.
The Yankees could get 100 wins if they're lucky, but they're probably gonna get like 95.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. I don't care if they get 100 wins, but I care more so if that they're playing better and more consistently.
They and being healthy. Montas is done. He's hurt his elbow or his shoulder.
I thought he was on a. Did the results come back yet?
He's on a 15-day IL.
Okay, that's fine. We got Sebi back. Sebi pitched a good game.
Yeah, but Sevi's had Tommy John, and his arm is. I don't think if his arm needs to hold up. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
You gotta get rid of Sevi too, man. The guy can't stay healthy.
Which sucks because Sebi would have been a perfect number 2 to Cole's number 1. Think about that lineup: Cole 1, Sebi 2.
I think
Nestor
Nestor's running out
3.
of gas too. I think Nestor's running out of gas.
He needs to stop doing his fucking tricky wind up, which entertaining as hell. It's still giving people hits.
It's better than the fucking trumpets. And I do love the trumpets. Dude. The trumpets are really cool.
Oh my god, the fucking trumpets. That's what they should have had. They should have brought the trumpets to AEW Dynamite Grand Slam.
That would have been
From
funny.
the trumpet guy. I am holding. I am only also rooting for the Mets just so we can see Subway World Series.
That's what I want, dude.
I want that
more
so
than anything.
badly.
And it's gonna be like Game 6. If there was a Game 6, would probably be the Saturday of my friend's wedding, and he's the biggest Met fan.
Oh.
And dude, I think that would be the perfect wedding gift. Here's my gift to you: the Mets losing to the Yankees in Game 6 of the World Series
on your wedding day.
On your wedding day.
He wouldn't even show up. Here's the thing. He wouldn't even, if he's that much of a diehard Met fan, he wouldn't even show up for like his first dance. He'd be at the bar watching the game.
He'd be at the bar watching the game. He'd be like, "Mom, not now. Not now. 7th inning stretch, all right? This is big."
You had your ceremony. Let me have my Mets.
I think it's done by like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, so we'll catch the end of it at least.
It's still not going to be enough. Still not going to be enough. Reschedule the event.
It's like, damn, dude, you're really dumb for doing it Halloween weekend. I know you probably got a bargain, but that's World Series, dude.
That reminds me, have you seen the new Allstate commercial where the guy who plays Mayhem, he's like, "I'm your best friend who's addicted to sports, but it's your wedding day." He keeps on trying to watch the game on the side on his phone.
Glaber hit a 3-run home run.
Ooh,
Glaber's back,
Glaber
baby.
Day it is.
Glaber needs to heat up. He needs to get hot.
Yeah.
Stanton needs to break out of his fucking slump.
Stanton hit a grand slam to win the game. I think he's fine.
I know, but he's always good in the playoffs, but he's still batting like .213.
That's fine. Playoff Stanton is all I care about.
Playoff Stanton is a different animal, though.
Yeah.
Playoff Stanton, it's like, oh yeah, baseball.
I am that, like, after he hit the grand slam last night, I was like, oh, I need a Giancarlo jersey.
I was like,
Immediately.
you need, dude. It's the same thing happened last year with Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Hit that big home run in Boston.
Oh, it was over the monster.
Over the monster.
Yeah.
Like 2 nights, and the next night Judge did it.
Yeah, I was like, oh yes, Giancarlo gets it. So all I need is playoff stand. That's all that matters.
The Yankees need home field. The Yankees need home field, dude. They play bad on the road.
We need to win the fucking division.
Yeah, dude. Glaber destroyed this ball.
Did he?
Oh yeah. Like 12 rows back.
Ooh. Very, very interesting. Tony Khan, big fan of WWE backstage. Oh my god.
Judge would be the first Yankee to win a Triple Crown since Mickey Mantle in 1956.
Jesus, and he'd be the second person to win it, or since
And
Miggy did it.
the second since Midgie did it in 2012.
Yeah.
That was nuts, dude. When Midgie did it.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard?
Oh yeah, here's the wall. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
That's so
You
cool.
hear I heard a crazy Miguel Cabrera story about how good he is or was. That during BP he could call his shots. Like he can go left field line, left center, center, right field. Like in a row. Where he would hit.
That's
in BP.
wow. I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe things.
Yeah. It's a quad, you're an asshole. He said, damn, Judge are gonna break segregation records.
I mean, yeah. Oh well, he already beat a segregation record. Well, no, he tied it.
He tied it. Oh man. By the way, did you enjoy that TikTok I sent you earlier?
Hey, that was pretty good. That was pretty funny. It was like points were made.
I was like, all right, wait for it. I was like, where's the punchline? Where's the punchline? It's like, so the juice and stop running everything. There it is. There's another funny one I found this morning. There's this guy.
My TikTok has been loving it.
There's this guy I found today. He makes these random songs about his cat. This cat just stares at him the entire time. I gotta send you one. Hold on. Where did I find it? It's probably my favorites. Or my bookmarked. Yeah, quiet you. Alright. There we go. Oh, there's two I gotta send you. I'll send you the one about the fucking cat. Here we go. And then I'll send you the other one that I found. It's like it mixes Game of Thrones with fucking fantasy football, and it's fucking hysterical. But you gotta see this one about Jake Loud and his fucking cat. It had me crying this morning. Put the volume up too. Let the world listen to this. I'm so serious.
– 270,000 likes. That's pretty good. That's pretty funny.
He literally makes his TikTok of these songs of his cat. He has a playlist of his songs about his cat. There's 96 songs on it. But
that's absurd.
And the cat just looks at him like he's a fucking dumbass the entire time.
Well, he is a fucking dumbass.
And it's fucking amazing.
Get a real job, bro. But the sad thing is, that is a real job.
This one you'll enjoy because you're a Game of Thrones dude. The one I just sent you. I was gonna say you want to do trivia tonight, but Kay's not here. Well, I can leak to you Schitt's Creek trivia.
Excuse me? All the gods could care less about your pig skinny Vince for today. Is for Game of Thrones. Did you go to the church? Oh, I go to church to collect tithes, not to pay them. Why are you dressed in a blanket standing in front of a fire? I am a Targaryen. That is fire in my blood. And it's a royal cloak. You wouldn't understand because you shop at Target. And the only thing that's in your blood right now is alcohol. We were shit-faced last night. Last night, Your Grace, all the sex workers... Sex workers? First of all, those were my homegirls, and they're not sex workers. They work at Wingstop. I see no difference. They're both dealing with a lot of thighs and breasts all day long. I'm not doing this with you right now. Take
Fair enough.
So we can go to Jacob's and watch the game. Why? So we can sit around and talk about the women. That will never happen. Play with each other's cars. Okay, we don't talk about women that we can't get. Chill. I've only ever hoped for one thing, and that's to rule the kingdoms of the world while wearing my crown, riding my dragon. You don't even like getting on planes, but your black ass is gonna hop on a dragon? I should have your head for talking about my traumas in person. Are you coming to Jacobs or not, bro? Your Cockfest invitation. I want no parts. 49ers starting quarterback Trey Lance just broke his ankle. Which quarter? Are you?
Oh, what a finish! Oh, what a finish! Excellent, excellent, just excellent. Outstanding. It's better than anything I've watched on AEW in weeks.
Oh my god! I was like, wow, that's great.
What quarter?
Because I bet you everybody had.
Motherfucker, I know you care. I just gotta find the right thing.
Oh my god! Because I know people were fucking pissed when he got taken out.
I laughed. I laughed. Wish I played CD Lamb though, you bastard.
Listen, everything made me believe that he was not a viable option.
Yeah, me too. I believe it's my fault for believing you.
You should have named Dak Prescott's backup.
I couldn't even name one of the wide. I mean, he's the number one wide receiver, and they're playing the Bengals, who's just gonna cover him, double cover him.
Yeah, I would have not played CD Lamb either. So don't worry, I didn't play Tua Tagovailoa, and he had 6 touchdowns and almost 400 yards passing against the Ravens.
Nobody saw that coming. Nobody believed in Tua. Not one person believed in Tua. People still don't believe in Tua, and you know what? We all owe Tua an apology. So Tua, I'm sorry.
Because you know what I thought? I was like, Ravens defense? Oh, they'll handle him. Nope. Totally wrong.
Yeah, we all thought Tyreek Hill was going there for a vacation.
Apparently.
We all thought he was doing what Tom Brady actually wanted.
You know what it is? It's that. Have you seen the head coach of the Miami Dolphins?
He's the white guy, right?
Yes, of course, they're mostly always the white guy, except if you're Mike Tomlin of the fucking.
Didn't they just fire a black head coach? Miami did.
Well, no, yeah, they did. And then he sued because he sued them because they thought he accused them pretty much not discrimination. They accused them deliberately trying to tank, essentially.
Oh well, that's to get draft picks.
Yeah.
That's just called football, bro.
That's what the NBA does.
I hate that they do it too, but it's not because it's because they want to draft picks.
Mm-hmm. But no, this the head coach of the Dolphins could be a more nerdy looking white guy.
I have seen a picture. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely the coach of the Dolphins, all right. But God damn it, he's probably a great fantasy manager too.
Yeah. This motherfucker has the analytics down packed. I guess Mox won? So come on, did Mox win? You just said I'm tired of Mox winning, because if Mox won, that'd be a difference. Mox did win. Mox beat Bryan Danielson. So I guess we're wrong.
It's only why is it on now? It's not the main event.
It's 10 o'clock.
Isn't it 9 to 11?
No, Dynamite starts at 8. You should know this.
Dynamite's 8 to 10?
Yeah.
Where the fuck have I been?
I don't know. I don't know where you've been throughout this whole thing. When has it ever been?
I thought it was always 9 to 11.
No, it's always been 8 to 10. You used to watch Dynamite.
Not never live. I told you. Remember that whole rant? I don't watch anything live.
I get that, but still.
Yeah, this is news to me.
Kay watches Dynamite as soon as we record.
That's true. We do start at 8.
And that's when Dynamite starts. How did you not put 2 and 2 together?
I don't know, dude. Brain fart. Maybe I did know that, and I just forgot.
Fair enough. The Yankees won 14-2.
good, dude. They need women longest yard. Like we need some pick me ups. That's what the Yankees need. They just need to beat up on a weak, feeble
That's
team
why-
and prove to the alphas.
That's why college football is always kind of shitty the first couple of weeks.
Hey, dude, we are Marshall.
Marshall beat Notre Dame. It was great.
It was lovely.
I showed you Coach 30, right?
I don't think so.
It's the guy who like does the critiques of all the football. Yes, it is.
Oh yes, you did. Last week you did.
He
Although I will say, dude, when Dak was like broke his whatever,
Mhm.
I almost texted Dave and just laughed. I thought about it so hard. I really wanted to, but I just forgot.
Now I need to watch the season premiere of Abbott Elementary. No, you do not, Saquon. Stop it. You need to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's what you need to do.
Dude, not gonna lie, when I was in Nashville, Jared was watching Abbott Elementary.
Uh-huh.
It's really funny.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Didn't it
Dude, I
just
gotta-
win
I gotta tell ya.
Didn't it just win an award or some shit?
maybe. Black Netflix, very interesting.
Yeah, what have you missed? What have you watched?
It's just like, wow, dude, your algorithm is way different than mine.
What have you watched so far?
Well, we watched a lot of that, and then there was it's this Kevin Hart and
Kevin Hart puts out a lot of shit.
I know it's Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg,
That is an interesting algorithm.
where Kevin Hart's like a stay-at-home dad,
Okay.
and Mark Wahlberg's like having his like 40th birthday party, and like the wife's like very career oriented. She's like, yo, you have a weekend with the kids. I'm gonna take care of the kids, and you go have fun with your friends for his 40th birthday party. And then chaos ensues.
Huh.
It's really silly, but the movie's, I gave it a solid 6 out of 10. It has some really funny moments.
Yeah.
Like really funny moments. But yeah, that was Black Netflix.
Interesting.
It's very interesting. I was a fan.
Or maybe it's just the Kevin Hart you watched.
Even Abbott Elementary. I was like, I see why people like this.
There is a show, there's a show called, on Netflix, it was called Black AF. Which, by the way, funny as fuck. I recorded an AEW from last year? Huh, interesting. But it has, what the hell is her name? As I'm totally blanking. But essentially it talks about this this black family that is like this rich black family, and they talk about what they go through and stuff. What is her name? Rashida Jones. Quincy Jones' daughter.
Okay.
She's fucking hysterical. And I forgot the name of the guy. But it's like an 8-episode series, and it's so fucking ridiculously funny for no reason whatsoever. So they talk about, like, because he's stupid rich from all the shows he's written, because he was a show writer. And his wife is just kind of just like, his wife is clearly mixed. So she goes, she's like, and she's telling her children, you don't understand what it was like growing up as a mixed child. I had to know. She's like, I had to know all the Beatles and the Jackson 5.
Dude, fair.
I forgot he was talking about this fucking really expensive car that he bought because she forced him to, and she's like, that's not how I remember it. He goes, no, that's what happened. And she like, this car shut up. She's like, oh my god. She goes, you better get this motherfucking car. She goes, I will fuck you on top of the hood of this car right now if you get this car.
Amazing.
It's so good. She is hilarious, and I always forget that she is Quincy Jones's daughter. Quincy Jones's daughter. It's so fucking funny. Ooh, Star Wars is on. Star Wars: A New Hope. Play on my actual TV. Is Star Wars on? Yeah, so I guess no MJF catching. Which is kind of funny. No MJF cash-in.
Damn, dude, I'm bummed. I'm a little bummed Moxley won. It's just like, dude, now he's a 3-time champ. I mean, he was super over before that whole Chicago thing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the best one of his career right now.
Yeah, and he's in a better place, so, like, good for him. Yay. Yay, Mox. But, I mean, when are you going to give MJF his title?
No rush.
I don't know. I would have done it in New York. Like, I would have done New York really bad. Like, I thought it would have been the perfect time to pull the trigger on him.
I mean, dude, the guy's like 24 years old, and his contract's what? How many more years?
Who, MJF?
MJF.
He didn't resign. He just got more money.
No, but he's still on a deal though.
He's
2024.
2024 is up, yeah. So,
So
he's got 1 year left.
You know what you gotta do, man? You gotta make him champion, and then make him hold it until his contract runs out. It's like, all right, man, what do you want to do? Like, I think so. Like, you gotta if you're gonna set up MJF having like a year title run, let's say.
Okay.
You gotta time that right with his contract, because if you want him to stay, it's a lot harder to stay when you're the current champion.
I mean, it's a
It's a
lot
lot
harder
harder to leave.
Yeah, leave.
So that's what I would do.
You're smart, yeah. I get that.
And if he leaves, it's like, listen, man, you did everything you could. Also, you don't want to give him the title run. You don't want to give him the title run too early, and then he drops it. And at the end of the contract, it's like, I've done all I can do here. There's nothing else for me to do here. Time for me to upgrade.
It's also one of those things too where it's like, I can also see MJF, for being the dick that he is, pulling a Bret Hart situation.
Yeah. Like, you gotta...
Like, wanting to leave, but not wanting to drop a title.
Maybe. I mean, but
or holding the title hostage to get more money out of him.
If you're going to give him the belt right now, he cannot drop it until he re-signs a longer deal. Like, period.
Mm-hmm.
If you're smart, that's what Vince would do.
Yeah.
That's pretty much like what he did with Daniel Bryan, and then we're like, he's just like, well, we'll put you in the main event. You're not going to win, but we'll put you there. And then he lost, and he left.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's...
Oh, Sevy did pitch tonight, so he did pretty well.
Sevy started. That's what I mentioned.
Did I?
Yes.
I like Sevy.
I like Sevy too. He just needs to be healthy.
Just can't stay healthy.
Stay healthy, Sevy. That's all we're asking.
I hope Judge stays in New York. I can't see him going anywhere else, but...
It will be the letdown of a century if Judge goes anywhere else. And a part of me thinks Judge is just playing us, and he's just playing the media.
Yeah, when he said he might go to Boston, my friend came into work. He's like, can you believe he said that? I was like, dude, he's saying that to get more money.
Yeah.
I was like, he's saying that so morons like you will react exactly how you're reacting. Like, that's why he's doing it.
Yeah. Like, I just... He's smart. I mean, and to be honest, that's what Lamar Jackson was doing. Lamar Jackson's doing the same thing Judge is doing.
I think Judge... I don't know the man, but I think he wants to stay.
I think he is a... Yeah, I think loyalty is a big thing to him.
To a fault.
Yeah. Sure.
And I would tell him that. I'd be like, listen, that's what Rizzo told him. He's like, listen, man, don't be loyal to a fault. It doesn't exist in this game. It's a business.
Yeah.
Which is something Jeter had to learn.
Yeah, because he talked about when he was arbitrating for his contract, and the first time he had to hear, but he wasn't that good.
Yeah. Which he didn't like. Then the second time, he was just like, let's just not make it public. And then it was public.
Yeah.
So the second time, he was just like, guys, listen, I know how the game's played. Just let's play it behind closed doors, all right?
Yeah.
So, but that's a tough lesson. That's a tough lesson to learn.
Yeah, it's still a business. It's a shitty side of the business too. Like,
I think they already had their spat though. I think the Yankees because they avoided arbitration.
yeah, no. Judge
Right?
went to arbitration. He won.
He went to arbitration.
He won.
So he won the extra money for the extra deal, whatever.
For the year. He won the extra money for the year. Yeah.
For the year. All right. So it seems like they're on good terms then.
Yeah. But I mean, he also played it well. It's the same thing Lamar Jackson's doing. He's like, listen, I had a timeline, and I think a lot more athletes are going to do this, where he says, listen, I have a timeline for when we want this contract negotiations to go and get this deal done. if it's not done before this time, then we're going to table it till the off season so I can focus on playing the game. That's exactly what Lamar Jackson did, or is currently doing. It's what Aaron Judge is doing. And honestly, I think that's a smart move. Why have
no distractions?
Yeah, why have that added pressure on you? You're in a contract. You're already. Everybody already knows you're playing for the contract.
Yeah.
Why go into active negotiations? Wait till the end of the year.
There are no discussions from me or my agent about contracts until the World Series is over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing Lamar Jackson doing. No discussion until my season is over.
And just put your foot down.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're still in a contract. If you don't want to negotiate, you don't have to negotiate.
Yeah.
And as the Yankees, you got to go. All right, let's see what you got. And Judge is like, all right. How's my dick taste, by the way? You're like, oh, it's pretty good, Aaron. Keep going. Wild things can happen on the post show, ladies.
But like it's he's gonna make them eat their words, but like he's worth it at this point. Like the numbers and the season backs it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they let him go, it'll be one of the greatest travesties in all of sports.
Well, here's what I'll say.
I will say my MLB season though, Aaron Judge does end up going to the White Sox, which is fucking wild.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's like I did a fantasy draft in my MLB The Show, and he was fantasy drafted to the White Sox. So
yeah, he re-signed with the White Sox.
I traded for him.
He signed a free agent deal with the White Sox in my created season.
Ooh.
I was like, oh my god.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if he does leave, I don't want him to leave because I love the guy. But however, and I did a TikTok about this. Y'all can go watch it. Aaron Judge has peaked. He is never going to have a better season than this season. I don't think he could bat 300 again. He might get 60 home runs again, and he could get 100 RBIs again. But I don't think he's ever going to do more than one in a season ever again. Well, 60 home runs and not 100 RBIs doesn't sound possible, but maybe from the White Sox. But like I don't think he's ever going to bat 300 again.
Maybe
He'll never get 60. I don't think he'll ever get 60 home runs again. He's 30.
30 yeah, he's 30 going on 31, I think. Here's my question for you.
He's never going to top this season. This is the best season of baseball he will ever have, period.
Here's my question for you. If he does resign with the Yankees, and he gets the money he wants or the deal he wants or whatever the fuck he was asking for before, because the price has probably jumped now, do you make him captain?
Yes. I think you use that as the Yankees. I think you use that as a way to try and get less money. But yes, if you're signing him for that long after winning the Triple Crown, yeah, you're the captain.
Because I know there's no rush to coin a new captain, because the captain position in the Yankees is one of the hollow positions. One of the most sacred positions in all of sports.
But also, dude, Jeter and the Yankees are on very good terms right now.
Well, yeah, he doesn't own the Dolphins anymore.
Yeah, the Marlins. Yeah, dude,
my fault.
he might move up to Jeter might move to the front office.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Which, I mean, what makes Judge want to stay more than his fucking idol? You want to work for your idol? Uh-huh.
Yeah. What's going on, Nate, by the way? Shout out to Nate, the effing great host of Brace for Impact podcast, going through all of TNA wrestling. So watch the Millennium Falcon ride through on Star Wars: A New Hope. Yeah, it's if they dangle the captain position, because I do think Judge would make a great captain now that he's grown up a little bit. When he first started out,
he's mature.
Yeah. When he first started out, he pulled that stint with the Red Sox was it the Red Sox or was it the Astros as they were leaving?
Red Sox. I think it was Red Sox.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, not a good look. You don't
don't rub it in, dude. You haven't won yet. You haven't won yet.
But I think he'd be a good new captain, because there's only been, how many captains have there been in the Yankees? What, 3 or 4?
I think you had Gehrig.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Mickey. Thurman Munson. Willie Randolph.
And then Jeter.
No, you had not Mattingly.
Mattingly was never captain.
No, Mattingly was the captain.
Yes.
It was Mattingly. Who was the first baseman? Was Mattingly first base?
Mattingly was third.
Mattingly was captain from like the late '80s to the '95. Whoever that first
here we
baseman
go. Here we
was.
go. We got the names of the captains. It was Mattingly. You're right.
Then it was Jeter. Yeah. So then it was Jeter. So it's only been 6.
Okay, so here we go. So there was also one time where there were co-captains. However,
Yeah.
that was Willie and Ron Guidry were co-captains, which is interesting.
Willie and Guidry.
Mhm.
That's when I was forgetting Ron Guidry.
Yeah. So
Ron Guidry.
you have Clark Griffith was the first ever captain back in the 1800s.
That doesn't count.
Kid Elberfield, Willie Keeler, Hal Chase, Frank Chance, Roger Peckinpah.
What years are these?
So Clark was from 1903 to 1905. Kidd was 1906 to 07, so only a year. Willie Keeler was 1908 to 1909. Hal Chase was 1910 to 1912. Frank Chance was 1913. So none of these guys lasted really over like 2 years or so. The first real long-term captain from 1914 to 1921 was Roger Peckinpah. Babe Ruth was only a captain for 1 year for 1922. Everett Scott was from 1922 to 25. Lou Gehrig is from 1935 to 1939.
What did you call him? Lou Gehrig?
Gehrig.
I was gonna say, how dare you?
Yeah. No. Thurman Munson was 76 to
70s.
76
Yeah.
to 79. Would have been more if he hadn't died.
Yeah, then he died. Asshole.
Yeah. Greg Nettles, 82 to 84.
I forgot about Nettles.
Yeah. Willie Randolph and Ron Guidry were 86 to 88. Don Mattingly, 91 to 95. And Derek Jeter was not officially named captain.
2007?
2003.
2003, that's right.
2003 to 2014, Derek Jeter was the captain. So there have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If it comes to fruition, Judge would be the 16th captain of the Yankees. If it comes to fruition. Jeter was the 15th one. So, in the over 100 years of Yankees history, there have been 15 captains.
530.
So,
That's pretty nuts. That's pretty nuts.
yeah.
Red Sox don't have a captain.
Red Sox, I don't think I've ever have deemed a captain for anything.
No, Veritek. He had the C.
Oh.
Veritek was the captain.
Gotcha. Which I love how the Yankees just buck everything that anybody else does. They're like, yeah, we know who our captain is. We don't need to label it.
Yeah, dude, we don't even get these fuckers' names in their jerseys. Do you think I'll give them a C?
You just know.
No, only
You just know.
only NYI and yeah, we all know who it is.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Bullshit.
Oh man! Although I listened to or watching the Jeter documentary, I really felt bad for Don Mattingly.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, wow, that sucks. A lot.
I felt bad for Mike Mussina too. Well, it's his fault. He retired in 2008. In 2009, they won it.
Ah, the Moose.
The Moose. I was a big fan of the Moose.
Who wasn't? You know, Baltimore people still hate us for stealing the Moose from them.
Yeah, Baltimore can go fuck itself.
They're so mad. Cause you
Guess what, Baltimore? You don't matter.
Because you know he went into the Hall of Fame as a Yankee, right?
I did know that, which surprised me. He's like, yeah, I want to be known for the good team. He's like, listen, man, I want to come back for Old Timers Day and get my number retired in pinstripes. Yeah, I want to sign that fucking wall.
They said he was nerdy as hell too. Like he would just do crosswords in the dugout all the time.
I believe it. Fucking look at him, dude. They call him the Moose.
That man was a monster, though.
Great knuckle curve.
Yeah. Man was an absolute monster. Baltimore hates us for taking Moose, and we took Teixeira from them as well.
We took Teixeira from Texas or no?
Mark
Angels.
Teixeira was born in Maryland, born and raised in Maryland.
That's right.
And so
But he played for Texas.
he played for Texas.
Then he played for the Angels. Then he played for the Yankees.
Mm-hmm. Which I thought was great that we just took the hearts and dreams of Baltimore, because I was there. That's the only opening day I've ever been to. An opening day in baseball is fucking glorious. I will say,
cool.
I
gotta go.
I sat club level at Camden Yards. for
Oh,
Orioles Yankees.
who started?
CC.
Oh yeah, they lost that
It was
year.
it was the 2009. It's the year they won the World Series, so they started out
Yeah,
slow, but
they lost.
they
They
lost.
lost. I remember.
Yeah, they had at the time Joe Biden, the vice president of the U.S., threw out the first pitch.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fucking nuts, dude. And so obviously, opening day they do the entire roster for
Yeah.
everybody. The X Pac heat of boos that Mark Teixeira got, resounding. I was like, they hate this man for joining the Yankees. And me and my friend at the time, Keith, were the only ones in our section standing up and applauding, saying, "Take the money, baby! Take the money!"
That's so funny.
Surprisingly, everybody was very cordial to us, too, even though we were Yankee fans.
They're like, yeah, we know we're bad. I mean, Andrew Jones is there, but I mean, come on, not Andrew Jones. Where's their Jones?
I know what you're talking about, too.
Yeah, he's like the right field or whatever.
He's not Pac-Man Jones, but he was.
No, that was football.
Yeah. I know.
It's like Adam Jones.
Adam
or
Jones.
something.
It was Adam Jones. Yes, it was Adam Jones.
Like there's Miguel Tejada lying about his age again.
Yeah, no, that was a crazy game. But I will. Opening day, stupid fun. The atmosphere is crazy. It was the first time
It's where every team has a chance.
Yeah, it's the first time I ever had like someone come to my seat to take my order for food.
At baseball. Like, let me get a bucket of beer. Can't do it? I don't care. Bucket of beer.
It was crazy. So for club level in Camden Yards, you literally have to take like a club level ticket holders only like escalator. It's one escalator up.
You gotta take a piece of his skin and prove it's him.
So it was nothing fun. And like I mean, I hate the Yards, but Camden Yards is such a fun ballpark to go to.
I have to
I will
go.
to Camden Yards, or as I call it, Yankee Stadium South.
Yeah, I gotta go. It's in the worst part of Baltimore, but it looks
No,
so
it's not.
good.
The Inner Harbor is not the worst part. Inner Harbor is the touristy part.
No, it's not in the Inner Harbor.
Yes, it is.
It's on the other side.
It's in the Inner Harbor. It's on the Inner Harbor. I went to school down there. Like I know where it's at. You can actually take the light rail tour too. Because it's right next to M&T Bank Stadium, where the Ravens play. They're literally right next to each other. You just camera tricks on TV make it seem like they are cleverly far apart, but they're not.
No, I know they are. That makes sense though. And Baltimore's a small town. If you want to block up traffic, might as well do it all in one place.
Yeah, it's not that hard to get to. Like I said, their light rail system takes you right up to the stadium.
That's cool.
It's fucking great. Here's a crazy thing here's a crazy thing about taking train and public transportation anywhere else other than like New York City or New York in general. You buy tickets to the light rail and you get on this light rail to go into Baltimore and there's no one there to check your fucking ticket.
Oh, that's the same thing with light rail in Jersey.
I'm just like, why the fuck do I even pay?
Yeah.
Like,
You think I pay like the $3 for a light rail? No. Every now and then you get caught and they give you a ticket, but the math evens out. You get wait for it. Take a $45 ticket. Oh, sorry. You're gonna ticket me for doing your job?
I was like, this is nuts. I mean, we do it right in New York where you can't. In New York, either like you have somebody on the train that checks the ticket, or you can't get into the ticketing. You can't get into the train.
Turnstile.
Yeah, until going through the turnstile, like when you take the not the light rail, the PATH train.
Yeah.
Which is like my favorite form of New York City transportation is the PATH.
The PATH is the best.
I love the PATH so much.
PATH is great. The PATH is the best train.
Yeah, but I'm just like in other places.
They're putting security cameras in all the subway cars now.
In the cars?
One on each end. Yeah.
Interesting.
There's been a lot of muggings and stuff, so that's the reason why they're saying they're putting cameras. I'm just like,
yeah,
bro,
1980s New York is back.
Yeah, that's true, but it's like you're gonna put cameras in every subway. You know how expensive that is?
And we're supposed to be in the middle transitioning to getting new subway trains anyways.
It's like, you know what would be better? If you had created better living situations so people don't have to fucking steal. You know what would be better? If your city didn't fucking suck. Instead, you just want to get it on camera? Dude, guess what? people have cell phones. Like, it's gonna be on camera.
Yeah, you have the evidence. Trust me.
Yeah, like you don't need government surveillance of subway cars. Weird, very weird.
And they're gonna get broken anyways.
Oh yeah,
They're gonna get
yeah.
broken.
People are gonna smash the fuck out of them.
Oh yeah.
And guess what? Good luck finding them.
But also, what do you do? Like, are you gonna put them in like where do you put the cameras in when it's like rush hour or it's peak time or after a Yankee game or after like a Met
It's like
game?
one of those circle ones you see at a school.
But still, was it going to catch really when it's in when you're packed in like sardines after like a big event?
Well, that's not where crime happens though.
True.
You might get some uncomfortable touching. But
Yeah.
That's just, hey man, my hand can't go nowhere, but your titty is just right there. Sorry. You see, I'm squished. You see his back I'm stuck with? Like, yeah,
perfect
it happens.
resting position.
Yeah. It's so comfy. It's like the pillow for a wedding ring.
Oh my god! So I was watching. What was it? Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and Andy Samberg's character is doing a competition with the captain of the precinct about who can steal an item before midnight. And so they have teams. So his boo that he's essentially banging like comes to him and but he didn't pick him. He didn't pick her to be part of his team. But she comes in to tell him something, and he starts talking to her boobs. He's like, "Why are you talking to my breasts?" He goes, "Because that's where the hidden mic is, where the captain's listening in on." She's like, "No, it's not." He's like, "Sure thing, Captain."
That's pretty funny.
And then she goes to the captain, and the captain does the same thing, and he goes, "Why does everybody think there's a hidden mic in between my boobs?" And the captain's like, "Because of the shape of them, they fit so well."
It's perfect. Wait, Glaber hit 2 home runs in the same inning.
Wow, they batted around?
Yeah.
Jesus.
He hit him both in the bottom of the 8th.
That's great. That's great. By the way, did you see one of the tweets on the tip of the crown? I gotta send it to you if I haven't already. Or I put it in the Discord, but I'll send it to you personally. Because you'll get it after watching the Jordan doc.
It was one of the guys took that personally.
No. This one, someone did this on one of the groups that I follow on Facebook.
Yeah, Pippen Jackson. Yeah, I did see this. Who's Tony
Kukoc?
Kukoc.
Oh, you didn't get to that part of a Jordan documentary.
No.
Okay, so
Michael Jordan, Phil Jackson, Rod. Yeah, dude, that's pretty accurate. Rodman, Pippen, Ron Harper. Yeah, dude, that's pretty good. Although instead of Ron Harper, you could have done the Horace Grant.
Nah, it makes more sense to do Ron.
I'm a big fan of Horace Grant, though.
Horace Grant's such a little bitch. So I'll tell you the quick story about Tony Kukoc. So Tony Kukoc was like, at his time, the best like European basketball player of his time. This is way before, or right at the cusp of the NBA expanding into like Europe and taking all these international players and stuff. So the GM of the Bulls, the asshole that he was, but still a great mastermind in recruiting talent, was enamored with Tony Kukoc. And this is during the Bulls' first three-peat. Okay, and so this is around 91, 92. And remember what happened in 92, in the summer of 92? The Dream Team was formed. Okay, and so Tony Kukoc was playing for Croatia. Croatia historically had a really good team, and Tony Kukoc was the star of this team, and Jerry Krause, the GM that Scotty and Jordan hated.
Everyone hated.
Everyone hated. Kept on lauding about Tony Kukoc, and he was trying to court Tony Kukoc to the Bulls, which ended up being successful, ended up pretty much the right move. Tony had an okay career. It was highlighted more because obviously he was with Jordan and them for a little bit. However, here's how the story goes. It's the Dream Team. Okay? They're going up against Croatia, and according to multiple sources on the Dream Team, Scotty and Michael hated Krause so much, they went to all the other legends on the Dream Team and said, "Leave Tony Kukoc to us."
Oh my god. So like, he's not scoring more than 3 points.
If you get to that part of the documentary, they talk about Tony Kukoc is like, "I don't know what I did." They made it their mission to embarrass him on a global stage.
We are ending his career
Before it started.
now.
Yeah. They wanted to embarrass him on a global stage, and they succeeded. Eventually, they found out he was actually a good player when he finally did come over, but they had in their minds that they were going to embarrass him.
That's pretty funny.
They met up again, I think, later on in the tournament. They played a lot better. Obviously, the Dream Team still won, but you know, Jordan and Pippen had to show him who's boss, which is also very scary. Imagine, like,
No. Can't do
imagine
it.
being an innocent ball player and Jordan and Pippen are deciding to just double team you and just end your career.
Like, fine, just
Take the
take
ball.
it.
Take the ball.
Just take it, dude. Like, what? What do you want? What do you want from me, man? Leave me alone, dude. I'm just here for my country. Like, I don't really, you know what? I don't even want to be here.
Where's the exit? Is the exit over there? I'm a go. Oh my god! But yeah, Tony ended up.
He's like, I live in Miami, dude. Like, why am I here?
If you get to that part in the Jordan documentary, Tony Kukoc looks like a mob boss, like an old mob boss now.
Amazing.
It's really funny. But Tony ended up not he was a very good basketball player. He wasn't the greatest thing since sliced bread that Krause made him out to, and like he was supposed to be like the Jordan successor, which did not happen at all. But he was an above average player for the years that he played. Let's put it that way.
Mm.
So, but I will leave you at that. So let me get out of here.
Yeah, dude, me too.
Yeah.
It's bedtime.
All
right, dude, show's uploaded. We're all good.
Perfect. We will see you guys next week. Toodles.
Midnight music.